this is how you get, or this is how you water down shit so it don't be watered down. You fucking get whatever it is you trying to get, then you use it the way you know to use it. Then you check to see if you're using it correctly. That's not watering it down, but you're getting the chance to use it and make mistakes if you're going to make some mistakes. And it clarifies you, whereas watering shit down makes you avoid making mistakes.
You wanna end yourselves. You're depressed, you're sad, you're lonely, and then here's the key of their drug they laying on you. What do you always say? How do I get my girl back? How do I get the relationship back? You don't want her back. You want the feeling she gave you because you couldn't give it to yourself. And that's why all these things are going wrong with a lot of you guys, based off the fact that y'all ain't learning the motherfucking game the way you should be.
You learn so much at SW. For instance, we cover things like timing and flow. Without those two things clicking, you will never catch that woman you after. Timing has to do with how fast or how slow your conversation is coming out your mouth. And flow has to do with how you phrase your statements, so the words will flow clearly from your mouth. It's imperative that you have a spiel that introduces or brings the conversation in.
Regardless of what the woman says, or what, it doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter, because he sees himself as a prize. And gentlemen, if you don't see yourself as a prize, you will always run behind women. And you will always run behind pussy. It's just a rule of the game, dog. It's just how it is. But what I'm saying to all you guys out there that's important, guys, again, is that the thing is that you have to have some kind of a composure in yourself and a belief in yourself that most of you guys just don't have. The man, or what I tell you, the villain, the guy that gets the woman to want to fuck him and want to be with him, he understands that the real allure and magnetism, again, is not trying to bombard somebody, as I was telling you guys before. It is all about the element of his appeal that he has and holds to himself.
You can if you want to, but I wouldn't just start hitting on the bitch. No, I got 4 or 5 things of interest to me that I'm going to say to her, and her interest with these things is going to tell me if I should talk to this bitch or not. I got a plan for everything. I have a plan for everything. So if you don't, you better get with it. You got to have these initial lines, and you got to be able to spin them smoothly. I teach my students to expect to win. In anything you're doing, expect to goddamn win. If it's about eating breakfast with some partners, still, I ain't trying to be the first one finished, but I'm expecting to win at that. I don't really know anything that I would do that I wouldn't expect to win. And I always do, because I'm expecting no more than what I can do.
Your reality versus the reality we're trying to put you into are worlds apart. Okay? That there is no failure in my world. I keep telling you, y'all don't fail. You never fail in your new reality. But when you have an expectation of pussy and you don't get what you want, you see it as a failure because you labeled it as failing.
scene on the scene, breaking down the play, learning what it means. Picking up women, got the scheme locked in. Macking so hard, got your head in a spin. Rolling in the whip, bass thumping real hot. 808 bumping, every line's a plot. Teaching all the moves, slick talk, straight facts. Confidence so high, ain't no looking back. Game tight, never fumble, understand. Mental playbook, always got the upper hand. Picking up smooth talk, know the plan. King of the scene, no one else can. Mic checking, Dean preaching from the stage. Rosebud smooth, charisma never age. Trap the bass, hearts race, every bar's a sage. Breaking down the code, living in the mage.
Bud, what's up?
Hey,
What's your
what's happening, man?
It's another day, another dollar, another part here for us. Help these guys learn this game, man. What's good with you, bud?
Man, I'm going through changes with this IRS, but you know I'm handling it.
Hey, man, you gotta, that's why we pay our taxes, man. Shout out to everybody listening to the show. Gentlemen, if you have a question, please put a queue. Lines are open. Today, we're going to be talking about staying true to yourself no matter where you are. And Bud, it's a great topic that they have, because I think so many guys, the greatest problem that they have is that they are never, or they don't know how to be true to themselves. And I guess that's what we need to talk about today, Bud. But let's talk about it, because you're talking about a lot of guys have an identity crisis, and let's talk about that, man. What say you on that, man?
Well, in reality, that is the number one problem dudes have, I think, is who they identify as or who they think they are. And what they do is they don't fill that space in with facts about themselves. So they run from their facts. So what we should get them to start understanding is they have to be true to themselves so they won't change. You know, your environment, you know, different things happen, or people around you, all of that may shift or change, but your core values and identity should remain the same. And this means you got to identify your root core. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, but I think this is where it gets hard for a lot of these guys out here, because without the game, without understanding themselves, they base everything. They have what we call limited beliefs. You believe in yourself, but I believe in myself. But these guys are always making assumptions about everything that then create what they think they actually are. Well, let's talk on that for a second, man.
Well, in order to be whoever you are, you have to have a foundation or a basis.
Yes.
And
yes.
Yeah, and the majority of the guys don't have a basis. They don't know where to start saying or where to think they're at. They just really are confused, man. But you got to have principles of like integrity. You know, you got to have ambition,
honor.
You got to have honor. You got to be, all little things that you use to identify traits. That's how you build your foundation, man. That's what you build your foundation on. And then the things that you experience are what firms that foundation up. That's why you want to experience all kinds of things. You don't want to hide like these dudes do.
Yeah, I always talk about, I used to do this in the 90s with my clients. I used to tell them, they think that they allow the environment to dictate how they move. And I try to get them to think, look, a lion is always going to be a lion in the winter, spring, summer, or fall. He goes into the environment, never changing himself. He allows the environment to be the environment. And I think what a lot of guys do is that the environment, unfortunately, is women that they feel like are so special that they've got to change and be something else or do something else to try to impress a woman or something like that. Bud, what say you, man?
Well, that's true, man. These guys formulate their environment on a perception or a concept of kissing women asses. no matter what, this woman, they give her some sort of reason to be the way they are. Had a coaching session the other day, and I gave the dude the example, man. You see a woman that you think is a 10, and then you see a woman that you think of as a 2. Yes. Now, if women are women, yes, how come those 2 women are treated differently by you? That 2, you're going to put pressure on her. You're going to try to make her better. She's going to be better. She's going to get better. But that 10, when you meet her, she's already a 10. So what I'm saying is you don't expect nothing from her. All you expect her to do is be a 10. That's silly to me. Why don't you expect things from this 10? Why don't you expect, if she's a 10 and this 2 can get dang near what she can get, why can't this 10 get 4 times more than this 2?
Because if you look at the guy looking at the woman that is a 10, it is how he looks at himself as a 2. If you think about it, Bud, he's looking at the woman to be greater than him, so he thinks that he has reached his mountaintop, so he doesn't have to do anything. He feels that he has to do anything, but that comes from his false perception of what he thinks is a 10. Because, you look at him, Bud, and you can say, yes, she's a 10, but he hasn't even talked to her yet to even determine if she moves like a 10.
Hey, see, that's the point there, Dean. A 10 is what a 10 does.
Exactly.
Hey, and a 2 is what a 2 does. But a 2, you got to always understand the mental concept of yes, where you coming from. Because you look at the one that's a 2 as the one that should have to try harder, when in reality that is the case. If you're in a behind, you want to try harder. But yes, the fact that your mountaintop, when you get to the mountaintop, when most dudes get to the mountaintop, that's where they place all the women that they meet. Women climb the mountain with you, or you know what I'm saying. You learn women as you climb the mountain. You don't get on top of the mountain at the top of your man, and then you as far as the scale, you're a 1, and you're looking at a 10 goddamn woman. That don't make no sense.
Well, because that's what we're kind of talking about. Their identity and their values are not intact. They're not. See, I always say you in the game, but you have to be rooted in this. That means that you're unwavering. That means that I always say a lot of guys have with it a kite mentality. You throw a kite in the air, the kite is only going to move wherever the wind takes it because it's not rooted in anything. And I think for many of these guys out here, because they're not rooted in who they are and they don't like who they are because they see something that is aesthetically or something pleasing to them, they will worship that. But I know Rosebud worships Rosebud, and Rosebud is at the top of his mountain, and the women have to climb up to get to where Rosebud is, and they won't ever get there because Rosebud's always moving, Rosebud's always evolving, so a woman's never going to get up to that point. It's just that for some reason where these guys, they put the woman on the top of the mountain, and then they feel that they got to do all the climbing. Like, they got to climb up and prove themselves to the woman, Bud. What say you, man?
Well, that is exactly the way they feel, Dean. They go through all these changes to get to where they're trying to get as a man, and wherever that is, the highest point of that is, let's say, where they're trying to get. They finally get there, and all fucking women are already up there and higher than he is in his mind. Now, why? Because he didn't bring the mentality of making women earn what you tell them. Otherwise, if she's a 10, it's not she's a 10. It's that you have an idea of what a 10 woman is. And she sort of looks like that. That's only the beginning, because that's when the testing comes through, if that's the case. You got to see if she's a 10. Just because she wrapped in a package to make her look 10 doesn't mean she's 10. You understand what I'm saying?
Right. Right. And with a lot of these guys guys, and if you have a question, put a queue, lines are open, but a lot of these guys, they fear uncertainty. So it seems like, Bud, what they want to do is become certain that, okay, she is a 10 and she's going to move like a 10. And they put all these things on this woman before they even talk to her and put all this pressure on themselves. So if she is a 10 in his eyes, then again, because he's not rooting himself, Bud, how do I move to her to be worth her 10? You see what I'm saying? They like,
Yeah.
they move to the fucking woman versus allowing the woman to move to them. But see, they got to learn the game. That's why the game is so important, because they don't understand that when you're rooted in yourself and you're the, hey, Bud, not even the 10, you're the 20, you're the 30, you're the 60, you're the 100. You know, it's not just.
Hey, Dean, I'm not none of them numbers. I'm dot.
Right.
Hey, I'm infinity, man. I'm
Yeah.
not fucking with no numbers.
Right.
And the thing is, if you think of yourself as a 10,
Yes.
you won't let somebody that look like a 10, fuck with you. They gonna have to be a 10 or not. And you gonna have seen and took them through whatever changes for you to make that judgment. Right. And once they are judged a 10, see, in the streets, when you get a woman, she's whatever age she is, she's whatever number she is as far as 1 to 10. Mm-hmm. But for a fact, whatever she is, she's gonna be 10 times better in 2 months. Why? Yeah. Because you're gonna be sharp as fuck. You're gonna be helping her grow, and she gonna get a direction. Women, a lot of women don't admit this, but they do. Women want the dude that look like the winner. They're not gonna invest their time in a dude that don't have the winner's skills. So you have to show your skills as a man. You got to believe in your skills as a man. Therefore, you front them. You let them represent you. Whereas these dudes hide whatever skills they're lacking and whatever skills they do have. They hide it from the woman, and that's why they are always looking up to the woman, because they never give her anything to show them. So they don't, in their mind, have anything that this woman can do to be better.
Yeah, and Josh, guys, I got a question. Put a Q and or call in. But Josh, this is where you're a fraud and a fake, because you're saying what you're saying because you don't really believe that shit. See, but you always know. You can
tell. You're right.
You always can tell the motherfucker that really doesn't believe in himself, because you want to put somebody down to make yourself feel better. And that's not the game. We have a call real quick. We'll get you a second, Josh. Area code 609. What's your name and what's your question, sir? What's up?
Hey, my name is Jeff.
Okay, sir, can you get off your speaker, please, so we can hear you?
Oh, take it on speakerphone. All right, I'm on speakerphone now. Can you hear me?
Yes. What's going on, man? And yes, Josh. Yeah. Josh, please call in if you can, sir. Yeah.
That's Josh. That's Josh that's calling in.
Josh is calling. This is you, Josh, that's calling in.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, I'm Jeff, but yeah.
All right. So you made a comment that says women are actually like children looking for guidance.
No, that wasn't me.
Okay, well, that wasn't you. So that's another. Okay, what's your question, buddy? What is your question?
All right, yeah. I noticed that y'all was on live, so yeah, I just tried to think of a question real quick. Something that was on my mind. Basically, it's about this concept that are women the enemy? And I know that sounds extreme, but that's a real question, and I want to know
why
they're not. Sir, like, how should I view them? Because
sir. You're already viewing them as an enemy. So we're asking you, what is it about a woman, or excuse me, what is so special about a woman that you deem her to be an enemy? What has she done to you to make you think that she's an enemy?
A lot of stuff. It just seemed like men and women are at odds like all the time,
No, stop,
by nature, nature.
sir, young man.
You're not talking about something personal that you experience. You're
Right,
talking about news and different shit
right.
you read around the world.
You stop talking about the bullshit. We're talking about you, because you said men and women. We're talking about you. What has a woman done to you to assume
Okay.
that she's the enemy, sir, versus being like these fools out here looking at content creators, looking at articles and all that other shit and assuming women are bad. So what has happened to you?
It's just I kind of a lot of that stuff that I read and I see on the internet. Not all of it. I'm not dumb, but a lot of it I do believe to actually be true.
Caller, you just said I'm not. How old are you?
I'm 37.
So you're telling me a 37-year-old man is going to read a fucking article by some nobody and assume that it's true because it's on the internet?
No, not because it's on the internet, but if the article's true, yeah, I'm gonna assume it's true because it's true. It don't matter who say it.
How do you know it's true?
Because I believe it.
But
that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm asking y'all right now. I'm trying to get further clarification. But yeah, just a lot of the stuff on the internet that y'all saying is dumb ain't necessarily dumb for real.
Hey, bro, it's not necessarily dumb, but what's dumb is they have no point. Like, you know, when you say women are the enemy and you start explaining, you say it. You say they do this. You don't say what it is. You don't say what they do. You have no particular point as far as what women do to have you offset. But they do. And you know that they do that shit. Not that they do what I'm reading, but they do shit like this. But if you have nothing in particular to say that a woman has done to put you in the position you're in, you're just going for bullshit you read because you have no identity.
Right, no identity, which means you're gullible.
That's right. You have no identity. You don't stand on anything.
Yeah,
I got an example. I can give y'all.
Sure.
Because this is just what was on my mind today. I was thinking of a question, like, what can I ask these guys? All right. So a lot of times when I'm talking to a woman, like, she might try to get information out of me, right? Like, ask me personal questions, try to pick my brain, figure out who I am, all that normal stuff. But I feel like a lot of that stuff, it's like it's like if I tell her the truth about like some of these questions, she'll be like, hey, can I ask you a personal question? And I'll be like, it'll stroke my ego a little bit. I'll be like, all right, cool. And then I feel like, damn, should I lie about this or should I tell her the truth? Is she the enemy? Because why would she ask me a question that I feel like she's using to use against me later, possibly? I don't know.
Are you on medication or something? And I'm not being a dick here. Are you on medication? Is there something off in you? Because you cannot be 37 years old and say that because a bitch is asking you a question that you are going through all these fucking scenarios. Are you serious? Are you really telling us, boy, wait, what is she asking you for you to go through all these scenarios?
Hey, Dean, all she got to ask him, dude, all she got to ask him is how old he is.
Somebody else, you don't want to give too much of yourself away, but she'll answer a question. It's just like, that's what I'm saying. Like, if I know how to treat her, how to view her, is she an enemy or is she somebody that I need to watch out for? Or like, how do I look at her? Like,
hey, caller. Let me ask you something. Do you let people assign your enemies to you, or do your enemies do something in particular to you to become enemies?
I don't let nobody just assign nothing to me, but
you're assigning something to women. You're assigning,
and I know they're not real enemies. I know women not real.
Man, I cannot talk to this dude. And do you notice how these motherfuckers do not listen?
Caller, you don't listen. Can you just answer the fucking question and stop running your goddamn mouth, dog? Come on.
What's the question? My bad. What's the question?
The question is, man, you say you don't allow people to assign enemies to you, but you have blanketly assigned women as the enemy. You look at them, you perceive them as enemies before you even get to know of the person. So if you don't know how to perceive a person, naturally you're going to tread cautiously because you don't know how to perceive a motherfucker. How can you be 37 and not know if women are the enemy or not? For the answer to that is no, they are not the enemy. Some women are. A lot of women act the same way, but that don't mean you judge all women that way. The only way you can judge all women the same is because they got a pussy and it goes perpendicular, not horizontally. So my point, that 10 bitch got to have something special about her to be a 10. Like her pussy go horizontally instead of vertically. Now, if she got something like that, she deserves special attention. But unless they show me something like that, they all the same and they're not the enemy.
Yeah. So
they're not all 10s. They're not all to be worshipped.
Young man, think about this for a second. Maybe you should be more honest yourself. You are very bad when it comes to women. You have no game. You have no mouthpiece. You have no standards. You have no values or anything like that. So to make yourself feel better, it's easier to blame women for all the shit that you don't have, to blame some mythical ass woman to say that she's the enemy just because she asked you a question. She asked
hey, caller, and you know how you can believe what he just said? Because you didn't defend yourself worth a fuck.
No, I was about to, but I'm like, yo, this is y'all.
Well, why didn't you interrupt him and tell him, man, I am something?
None of that. See, y'all think I'm just some goofy dumb idiot. I am 37. You know what I mean? Like, nah, I don't accept none of that. I'm not. I got game. I got a mouthpiece. Listen to me now. Come on now. A mouthpiece is about confidence. If you believe you got a mouthpiece, you got a mouthpiece. Remember, I'm 37. I'm just asking a real question. You know what I mean? Because
hey, bro, that's not a real question.
I should approach them because you get too comfortable and they try to destroy you.
How the fuck can you talk to somebody like this?
No. He's showing why he can't get any women. Because you a whole bunch of nothing. You're sitting around here talking about, I have all this confidence, but on the other hand, you're complaining about women. You say you got all this confidence. On the other hand, you believe what you read on the internet to be true. You listen to other motherfuckers to tell you how to fucking think versus think for your goddamn self. And that's the problem with you. You don't know how to think for yourself. And then on top of that, you're saying because a woman asked you a fucking question that she's getting personal. What question is she asking you when your pussy is all in a bunch?
Dean, not only that, what are you going to ask this bitch that ain't personal?
Yeah, what are you going to ask her that's not personal?
Yeah, that makes sense, but I could I could control myself. You could. She don't have to worry about me. Just, you know what I mean?
Hey, bro, do you hear how you stuttering? Caller.
We got two different.
Caller,
will you shut the fuck up, man? God damn it, dog.
I mean, if you ask me a question, I gotta answer it, man.
No, man, what you gotta do is
come on now. That don't make sense.
Hey, caller, what you gotta do is while you're talking, you have to be listening too. Yes. You can't just talk. And all you do is just talk because you don't even hear a person responding to something you say. How are you going to have a conversation and you can't listen? How can you correct yourself when somebody is pointing out where you made a mistake, but you run in your mouth and you can't hear it? How are you going to
I'm trying to listen. I got a cold. My bad. I got a cold. But I'm trying to listen, man. But yeah.
The thing is, you're responding to what touches you, what pushes you. You not responding to what we saying.
Not at all.
You're worried about a bitch asking you some kind of personal question, and ain't no way in the world you gonna ask her something that ain't personal.
Yeah, you're gonna ask her something personal, aren't you? When you talk
absolutely.
Well, why is she such a bitch? Cause she asking you something personal.
Because when she does it, I can already peep that. Damn, she.
No, brother. You already think something. You're predisposed to whatever you think about any questions. So because she's asking the question, she's prying. She's trying to do something sneaky. That's because you are a non-confident motherfucker. You don't know shit about yourself. You know the outside. You know you black. You know you a dude. You know you live where you live. But about you and what you personally like, what you want as a man, you don't know. So that's why bitches scare you. And that is the question that's the question you want to ask. Why am I so scared of bitches?
Okay. Yeah, I feel what y'all saying. Yeah, that's real shit. That's real shit.
But it's real shit, but you have no answer to that real shit. That's the problem.
And you should have an answer to it, or at least a response. And that's what scares you. When you should have an answer to this bitch, it scares you because you should have the answer. You might have it, but you be scared.
I don't know if I should tell her the truth. Like, let me just tell her to answer this question straight up.
Hey, caller, let me tell you something.
Let me come
tell that bitch the truth.
I don't want her to use this against me later. That's why the original question is about enemies. Like, how
listen at this motherfucker, man. He just running his goddamn mouth.
I'm gonna hang up on that motherfucker because this is the whole point we're making, guys. For a lot of you guys out here, this motherfucker. The worst part he said. Should I be honest? Where the fuck in the game are you gonna lie to? Hey, I started asking this question in 2025. What the fuck is so special about a goddamn woman that you have to lie to her, manipulate her, or deceive? What's so special about him? And the fact that he's saying, Bud, well, I don't know if I should be honest with them. The fuck is that?
Hey, that's what I was trying to tell him, but his fucking mouth was running and he couldn't hear it. Yes, you're supposed to be honest. What are you afraid of? What about you is so fucked up you gotta lie about it to a bitch you don't know?
Yeah, that's what I don't understand. That's why a lot of guys are not rooting anything. And unlike him, a lot of guys are like him, Bud. They want
most guys are like him, dude.
Right? Because
they fucking sit up and run their goddamn mouth about what they think. Because they think that's how to win. No, man, you ain't doing nothing but not listening, making yourself look way stupider.
All right,
any person that comes up thinking that they gotta hide and lie to a broad, they already lost.
That's weak. All right, we have a call 919. What's your name, sir, and what's your question? Okay, they hung up, got scared. All right, so but yeah, back to what we were saying before. This is why, like I say, and it goes back to the Josh thing, and these two things actually fucking connect. See, the thing about motherfuckers that have game are never going to look at a woman and say women are, make a generalization, but nobody's going to, motherfuckers with game don't make generalizations. We judge women on how they move around us. I don't give a fuck, Bud, if the woman is treating you bad, treating the next guy bad, treating the next guy in another street bad, or doing that's none of my fucking business. I don't give a fuck what she's doing, how she's doing it, and why she's doing it. As long as she doesn't do it to me, Bud. That's it.
Hey, the thing is, man, this is what makes you a person. You have these types of principles that spread all over everything, and otherwise there's no particular thing you feel the way you feel about. You feel the way you feel about all shit. You know, and my point to this guy that was talking about, you know, how do you perceive women? You perceive women individually. You perceive the species woman the way however you want to think. But individually, that bitch got to show me who she is, or I'm not going to be guessing.
Wait, but key word, show you. And you want to know why they have to show you? Because you're on the top of the fucking mountain. If you are sitting around saying, I've got to show her, then guess who you placed on the top of the mountain? You are going to place her above you. And that's where a lot of these guys go wrong. And placing above her can be good or bad. Like that Josh guy says, or like he says, when they talk so bad about women, or they are so angry and bitter about women, what has a woman actually done? Or is it because you saw somebody on the internet complain about something that has happened to you, and you're like, yeah, you're right. Because women, wait, we have another call right here. Area code 217. What's your name and what's your question?
I'm Josh. I said something earlier that you guys didn't agree with.
Well, it's not agree with. We're gonna ask you, why are you what makes you? How many women have you been with to actually say the statement that women act like children looking for?
What? No, time out. What? No, I didn't say that. I said that
Yes,
women
you did.
are supposed
I'm
to be
reading it right
guided.
now. Women are actually like, actually a lot like children looking for guidance. You just said that.
You
So
sure did.
Yes, sir.
So we're asking you the question: how many women have you been around? Have you been with every woman in the world to make this generalized statement?
No, sir. I'm Catholic. I got married at 24 years old 10 years ago.
So then where is this idiotic statement coming from, Josh?
It's not really an idiotic statement. It's just a natural progression.
It is idiotic, Josh, because you have a perception of women that they're like children, but that's not even your perception. What it is when you don't have an answer, you have to relate it to something that everybody understands. That's like a nothing. Not a nothing, but kids don't know shit, so they look for guidance. That's not what women be doing. They are looking for guidance, but not like children. They're looking for guidance from a man that know what he's doing, that can actually take her to where she want to go.
There you go.
See, look how quiet you are.
I don't see the difference in what I said and what you said, sir.
If you don't see the difference, then you ain't hearing anything we saying. And if you don't see the difference, it's because you don't want to see the difference. You want to believe what you believe. Do you think that shit about your woman?
Yes, sir. I absolutely do.
I started to say, I know you think that shit about your woman, but I didn't want to just say that, but I know you do, because your woman ain't nothing like what the fuck you think. And the reason she is like it is because she only doing it for you.
Yeah,
she has to slow herself. Your woman have to slow herself down so she can stay slower with you, because you are lost.
Yeah, what makes you think she's a child?
I don't think she's a child. I think she needs guidance.
But but your statement is, you say women are like children.
Your statement is women are like children. They need guidance.
Right. So your woman is a child. So what makes you think your woman is a child?
You're equating two things. I'm saying, like children, they need guidance.
Sir, I'm just reading the statement that you have. I'll post it again for everybody to read it.
And
I guess we're
that's
must be
fine.
dumbasses.
I'm more than happy to. I stand by that entirely.
Hey, bro, that's like. Let me ask you something. Hey, let me ask you something. If you going to train for MMA, would you need guidance?
Probably, yeah. Probably.
So what I'm saying is, listen. What I'm saying is, you can say any profession, any person, anybody needs guidance, because people needs guidance. But women don't need guidance because they're like children. They need guidance because they're women, and they motherfucking think like
they're like. I'm saying, like a child, they need guidance.
Wait. I'm
like anything you're in pursuit of, you need guidance, bro. You need guidance to ride a skateboard.
Yes, I understand that as well. I understand that if I'm trying to obtain some kind of career path, I understand I would like guidance from somebody more experienced than myself. Yes, sir. I don't disagree with that at all.
Josh, you still just think women are like children?
You still think women are like children, brother?
No, I think that women should be guided just the same way that children need to be guided.
What's the first thing you would say to a woman if you was trying to guide her?
Yes, give us an example.
Can I hear the first part again, please?
What's the first thing you would say to a woman if you were trying to guide her?
My wife?
God damn it.
I said a woman, but let's say your wife. What did you say to your wife?
A woman? I'm not in the dating game, but my wife.
What? Yeah, your wife.
there's an entire criteria, dude. I don't.
Why you laughing?
What are you
Wait a
talking
second.
about?
You made a statement. Whoa.
No, it
You
is
made a
actually funny
statement.
because
No, you made a statement
our
saying
goals,
women need to be guided.
our
And
goals,
your bitch, you can't even
yeah,
guide
but
your
no,
bitch.
our goals as a family is different than everybody else's goals as their family. Like if you build a relationship with somebody, you have to guide your woman.
So tell
I
us
don't know
how
why
you
that's so
guided her.
controversial.
How did you guide her from meeting her to dating her to being in a relationship with her to being engaged with her? How did you guide her?
Davao, Philippines. She was a teacher. I was an entrepreneur. We're in America. We started a family.
Sir, I
We
asked. I
have
didn't
4
ask you
children now.
I didn't ask you a bullshit ass story. I asked how'd you guide the bitch when you met her. How did you guide the bitch? Because apparently you said she's a child. So how did you guide her to date
I
you?
didn't say she was a child. I'm
Mu-
saying she.
How did you-
Everybody needs to be. Dude, the man is the head of the household. You guys disagree with that?
My God, we're not talking about households, motherfucker. We're talking about guiding this bitch.
I'm
as a
talking
child.
about
Hey,
household.
no, man, we don't disagree with that.
That's what I'm saying. The head of the household is the man. The man guides everything.
How
Father,
are you? Tell me,
wife,
how are you?
children.
How are you guiding her? You made a dog. Okay, how old are you? First of all, let me ask how old you are, because maybe you probably like fucking 20 years old or some shit. How old are you?
No, I'm 34.
Okay, you're 34. So can you articulate? Can you understand what it is we're asking you? Is it over your head, or should we water it down much more? Because we're asking you a kindergarten ass question. How the
You're asking
fuck?
how I guided her?
Yes. How did you guide your woman?
Well, I tossed her into 2 different certification programs. I gave her my synopsis on how to deal with business in our industry, our personal industry of woodworking. Everything she learned, she got from me. She didn't have it before. She had no idea what the heck any of this stuff was before I told her.
Hey, you talking about machinery, man. You talking about woodworking tools. What motherfuckers know? Dudes don't know about that shit until some motherfucker show me.
I've never in my lifetime.
I'm a woodworker myself, bro. I didn't build pool tables. I didn't build all kind of shit. Furniture, couches. I didn't build it from wood. And I know ain't nobody gonna know that shit unless they've been trained.
Yes, sir.
So your woman is not like a child because she needed training to use woodworking tools?
No, she needed to be guided like a child.
She was an apprentice, period. It was the
No,
journeyman.
sir. No,
you was the journeyman, so you show the
She's
apprentice.
from the Philippines. I'm from America. When I
Still,
teach her how to do things,
regardless where
it's
she
ahead of what
from,
was happening in her home country.
hey bro, regardless of where she from, she still was an apprentice. Period. Then what made her an apprentice is she could take what you did show her and go wherever the fuck she want to go and use that skill.
Oh, so
she's not gonna go anywhere and use that skill.
I didn't say she's going anywhere. I said she could go anywhere.
To work with
so
me
you went to
as a teamwork.
You went to a third world country and cherry picked a third world bitch and thought you were doing something and thought you were trying to put your thumb on her ass.
Are you saying?
I see.
No, yeah. I mean, I could have just as easily gone to Italy, except for those. Yeah, no, man. the most Catholic country outside of the Western world is the Philippines. So I went to where the Catholics are.
Sir, I'm just asking you how you guide someone. You used the word guide. You used it. So why don't you teach
Yes, sir.
How are you guiding someone other than a fucking woodwork thing or whatever you taught her as a job? How are you guiding her fucking ass as a man?
I have 4 kids with her. We've been married for 10 years.
Hey, caller, I can tell. See, you don't guide her because she doesn't need guiding. She's quiet. She respects you as far as that goes. She don't talk back to you, none of that shit. You know, you chose her for that kind of bullshit, which is cool. I understand it.
You want to
As
control.
far as you guiding her, you're
Yeah.
not guiding her.
Not a
She's
controlling
already like
mechanism.
that.
It's actually pretty mutually beneficial, but all right.
Well, but young man, when you make statements in here, we got to question the statement. I'm saying you're part of the problem. You are not rooted in anything. You know what? You know what you did? You took a third world country chick that didn't know much, and you just put your thumb on her, and you're just ruling over her. You ain't guiding.
She already had a bachelor's degree when I met her.
So I asked you how you guiding her as a man. I'm asking how you, fuck her degrees. How the fuck are you guiding her as a man?
I didn't even
as a man.
No, but that's
no. As a
come
man.
on, man. No, I didn't have the same pedigree that she had. She was a special one over there, and I was an unspecial one over here, and I understand the difference. But
simple. See, this is what we talking about here. This is why y'all weak as fuck. I'm asking you a simple question.
I don't care.
Right. Listen, I don't care. I don't care. And that's how you guiding her? That's how you guiding you ain't standing on shit. You just taking advantage of a poor third world country bitch, and you know
I'm
it, dog.
taking advantage of somebody that I've had 4 kids with.
Shame on you, because you still haven't explained how she's so childish, and you're supposed to be guiding this child.
I said guide. You guys are acting like I'm talking about children. I'm saying guide them like children.
Wait.
Everybody agrees in the Christian faith that you're supposed to guide women like children. The men are supposed to be the head of the household. We all agree on that. That's been doctrine for 2,000 years.
Hey, dude, listen, man. I'm not against Christianity or anything, no religion. But we know that goddamn shit is not fucking true across the board. It's not. And you know it, and I know it. If a motherfucking man can guide the family, he can. But you got plenty dudes that ain't got no guidance, skills worth a fuck. And the woman does all that shit. They're wrong? Are they wrong because they found a way they can be together? You ain't gotta be the guide. If you're the guide, cool. But if you're the guide, you know what you're guiding.
But he doesn't know.
You're guiding them too.
Yeah. So what are you guiding her to, caller? That's all we're asking.
How much more can I possibly do to create a bigger? You want me to have more kids? I don't know what you're asking.
Okay, let me slow it down. Okay.
When slow down for me. I'm real slow.
Okay, you are real slow. When you met that bitch, how did you guide her as a man? How did you guide her as a man before you married her, before you got in a relationship, as you started to date her? How did you guide her? Because in your world, you say you've got to guide her in every step of the way because she's a child. So how did you guide her as a man?
No, I didn't say she was a child. I said
he didn't really say she was a child. He said that you got to guide him like you have to guide
women like they are children. Is what I said.
Guide them like they're children. Okay, so how did you guide her like children when you were dating her as a man?
The same way that you would guide a child. You introduce avenues.
Caller, we're asking you. Don't go beat around it. How did you do it?
I went to her priest. I had a conversation with her father. I introduced different paths. We didn't have to be in America. We came to America because everywhere else is crap.
All right, man. We're going to keep moving. Thank you, caller. We appreciate the call. Thank you for the call, buddy. Okay, we go. Thank you. This is guys. We got another call. Area code 757. What is your name, sir? And what's your question?
My name is James, and the question is it necessary for a man to lead a woman? And that's not the end of it. So the question comes from a place of, can men just lead themselves, and can women just lead themselves? I'm not too clear on why is it important for a man to lead a woman.
Man, it's not essential or necessary for a man to lead a woman, but in America, in the relationships, it's a patriarch type country, so that means the responsibility falls on the man. But as far as looking at it just as a person, dudes, as far as why they lead, they are more capable strength wise. They're more capable as far as endurance, not more capable, but I would say as far as this country go, they're better capable for some jobs. But you're finding out that women can do damn near the same job that you could do. But I want to ask you something, caller, and I want you to be honest. You in an accident and the motherfucking car is on your leg and you call for service, whatever emergency service, and two bitches show up. Are you going to be confident that they can get you out of that?
No.
Strength-wise?
No.
Well, what I'm saying is according to life in the world, women, you can be just as comfortable with women coming to do it. But I know goddamn well I wouldn't feel good some woman coming to do it. I ain't saying she can't do it, but I'm saying I'm in a situation where if a dude is doing it, I don't worry about him slipping or dropping it or whatever. Whereas this bitch, I might worry about that shit. I am the one fucked up. I ain't tripping. The woman coming to help me is healthy. So she ain't tripping. I'm the one tripping. I have to trip like I trip. And I know women are not necessarily less capable, but in the United States, every motherfucker that get married expect the dude to carry the motherfucking family. Period. Not that he the only one can, but the way we think, dudes carry the family. That's why it's necessary for a motherfucker to be able to lead.
Leadership is very important, young man, but I don't. Where is this question coming from, buddy?
It's just it's coming from a place of I just don't see, if I'm being honest, sometimes I don't see the necessity of, because women seem like they seem very capable of themselves. See, sometimes it can be confusing on trying to figure out, well, is it really, necessary for a man to lead them, and what does that really mean?
So
it
you want to follow a woman? You want to run behind a woman?
No, not necessarily, but is it possible for, like, let's say, can you lead yourself and she can lead herself? You see what I mean?
I think she can lead herself, but she don't want to. I think he can lead her himself, and sometimes dudes don't want to. My point is not somebody's better at it than the other. It's that traditionally, women, we're coming from the mindset that women is only good to have kids and do housework. We're coming from that. So you can't all of a sudden say women, they can be carpenters, they can be mechanics, they can drive heavy equipment, they can do all that shit. Nobody's saying they can't do it. But in this country, that's not the way it's perceived. Heavy construction is for dudes. Why? Because of what it demands. It's not saying women can't do it. It's not saying that the woman that do it is not a woman. But with the woman that does do that, what does she look like? A fucking man. Yes or no?
Yes.
Because men do that shit. When you fucking got a woman that do that heavy construction bullshit, that bitch look like a motherfucking dude. She ain't like no goddamn woman. Only
right.
But she woman because she got titties.
Go ahead.
No, but the only way you know she a woman is because she got titties. 9 out of 10 times you can't even recognize her titties. Them bitches be broad. They change how they look. They just turn into men. So they can do the work. But even that bitch, if it was something heavy on you, would you want her to come lift it off you or some dude?
Well, I would want a man to.
Because you think he's more capable to do it.
So we're okay. There had to be something that happened to you to make you come up with this thought or ask this question. Did something happen to you meeting a woman or being in a relationship?
Excuse me, Dean. Let me say this.
Yes.
There's nothing happened to him. He's one of the guys that just don't understand why motherfuckers say dudes should lead. Whereas what he's talking about is true. Women can lead, but the perception of leadership in a relationship in this country is a patriarch. In fucking England, this matriarch. So the women probably lead over there. Who knows? I don't live there.
Well, yeah, but what you can see is that there's a lot of y'all guys out here. This is why women don't respect y'all. Y'all think like women. Like, listen, there's no, again, like you say, bud, there's nothing wrong with a woman leading all this other stuff until she's with a real man.
Until she's with a real man, she ain't gonna want to.
She ain't gonna want to lead. She's gonna want to be led by him because she trusts him, because he's rooted in his own values, which most of you guys don't have any. This is why we're doing the show today. Most of you guys don't have any self-respect for yourselves. Most of you guys don't have any control. Y'all act very effeminate. Y'all very emotional, and y'all sit around here, and it's either you worship the pussy and place it on the top of the mountain, or you find a million reasons to say women ain't shit. It's like it's either one or the other for a lot of you guys to make yourself feel better at the end of the day. Caller, what I'm asking you, what do you think? So you meet a woman, you want her to lead you?
No, I do not. I do not want her to lead me. But I'm just saying the energy out here, the way especially when you.
Wait, stop. Wait. I'm glad you're listening. Good. Okay, caller. Listen to what you got to see where you're the fucking problem. Look at you. You're sitting out here saying what they are doing. How do you know what fucking they are doing if you're not talking to them, interacting with them, seducing them, and showing them why you're that guy? So how is it? So technically you're on the outside looking in, making assumptions of women versus giving us some facts from your own life and experiences.
Okay.
I'm just saying, no knock on you, young man, but Bud and I are trying to show you this is where the problem is, and this is why you guys are not staying true to yourself. You're staying true to what you interpret versus what you live. Bud, what say you, man?
They staying true to what some motherfucker say they should stay true to.
Crazy.
People, they make things sound easier when they want you to accept it by comparing it to some unacceptable shit. So you want to control women like you control kids. You just fuck them comparisons. If you don't have anything in particular about whatever it is you're talking about, then you just have a general understanding, and you can't make the statements that these dudes are making.
Right.
Some of these dudes.
Young man, we appreciate the question, but you got to listen to what you're saying. All of your truths or what your lies are from the outside watching shit. You're not even living it. So why are you assuming women are what you're about to say? Because we had to stop you right there because you say you see them. What do you see them doing? What are they actually doing?
Okay, I see what you mean. But to continue the point, it just, they say a lot about what they don't need from a man or what they can't do by themselves, and it just like Rosebud said earlier, I am one of those guys where it wasn't necessarily exactly clear to me what a man's role is. It's like in my mind it wasn't solid. But yes, Steve, you're right. I see the mistake now. It's just, why am I listening to what these other people got to say, especially if it's not my lived experience? I'm just kind of going for what they had to say in the first place. Right.
Carter, let me say something to you, man. You're the first motherfucker on this goddamn show that actually understood something and adjusted.
There you go, young man. That's what we're talking about.
Bro, you adjusted. I mean, you didn't even kiss his ass.
Right. That was a great. That's what we're talking about, young man. We're just trying to say for you guys out here, we've got to stop living our lives through the eyes of these content creators. That's what their job is, to push fake news out there. This big bad boogeyman under your bed called a woman, Bud, that you need a nightlight for because they're so terrible. And because they have all these demands and all that. Fuck, they can demand what the fuck they want. Who gives a fuck? Who cares what they demand? Why you as a man would allow a woman who has the right to make a demand move you in such a way where y'all feel that they are evil or bad people?
The thing about it, when you say woman or man, see, you make it about the sexes. It's not about the sexes, because ain't damn motherfucker. I don't give a fuck who it is finna say some shit to me that ain't right. Period. And as far as me grooming whoever I fuck with, I'm gonna be grooming them, because I ain't grooming them to be like me, but I'm certainly not gonna just accept a friend as a friend and fucking never have anything to debate with his ass about.
Right.
You gotta have differences of opinions so you can see what's making the world go round. What's making it go round is motherfuckers be chasing what they chasing. And if they chasing something that they can explain, then fine. But if they chasing something just because they heard it on the internet or read it on the internet, they gotta check themselves, because you ain't got no position. This brother accepted that. I think this brother accepted that he ain't actually had no personal fucking experiences for him to make these statements.
Right, but here's the question, like Nick. All right, so Nick says these content creators are opening eyes to what these new culture women are actually doing. Okay, Nick, if you're not getting any pussy and you're a fucking loser, and you're talking about women won't you have enough common sense to think, Nick? Wait a second. How is it motherfuckers that get pussy don't give a fuck what women think, versus you guys who don't get pussy care about everything a content creator says and does? It doesn't.
Hey, D, you know the answer to that is because the motherfucker that get pussy, no, he ain't got no business empathizing with no goddamn woman so much do you take woman motherfucking things, conditions, and they become your condition.
That is crazy. But all right, but young man, that's all we're saying, buddy. We're just saying to you that once you start learning the game and realizing that a woman is a woman at the end of the day, and she is allowed to think the way she wants to think, and she is allowed to treat whoever she wants to treat the way she wants to treat them. When you learn this game, it then becomes how she moves around you. We've got to stop giving a fuck about what women do to the next man. That's where y'all go wrong, because you're trying to live the life through another man. That's what's crazy to me, bud. I don't.
Well, it is crazy, man. And the thing about it, the streets, everything you do as you coming up, you doing it because of somebody you seen do it, somebody you know doing it, and we become men. Because that same thing we seen somebody doing, we ain't hardly gonna do it like them.
Nope.
We gonna do it our way.
All right.
Because we ain't scared to own shit. You guys be scared to own shit. They be scared, except for this caller. They be scared to admit that they are actually afraid of what they don't know.
Right. And young man, we appreciate the call, because again, we're not trying to get you to pivot. We're just trying to get you to think. And if you just think long enough, you'll make the pivot yourself. Does that make any sense, young man?
It does. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we're just saying that stay away from those red pill, manosphere content creators that throw around a bunch of statistics and, 5 out of 12 men and 8 out of 10 guys and all that stupid ass shit. Don't get caught up in that bullshit, because that means that you're giving more power and influence to a woman than yourself, bud. What say you, man?
Man, I don't have anything to say on that except for ditto. You got to put the emphasis on you. you have to put the emphasis on where you coming from.
Yes.
And when you do that, you take yourself out of that flock of motherfuckers that put emphasis on what Jerry said. Who gives a fuck what Jerry said?
Because Jerry is not talk balking. He's not talk balking. Jerry's just saying Jerry because Jerry's mad at women. So Jerry has a platform to run his mouth to a bunch of other Jerrys that want to be like Jerry and complain about Jill.
And they're creating a club for themselves. The men and women club, but it's only men in the club.
yeah, it's only a man's club where they touch themselves. They touch other guys. So we want to.
They're creating a group of gays. That's
we're trying to keep you out of those homophobic manosphere places where all these guys want you to think about other men before you think about yourself. Okay, buddy. So do you have any other questions or anything, big guy?
If I do, I'll call back in.
What is that?
If I do, I'll call back in.
All right. Well, thank you very much.
Let me ask you something, caller. Did we actually help you come to a conclusion? We didn't make it for you, but did we help you come to one?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, I came to the conclusion that it really doesn't matter. Well, first of all, my sphere of influence is not right. It's wrong. I'm worried about what these other people got to say and what their experiences are and how they're relating to the world and how they're relating to women. I don't need to be worried about that. I need to be worried about myself, and I should go out and get the experiences on my own and just worry about myself and how the world related to me.
Man, I mean, I ain't gay or nothing, but I love what you're saying, bro.
All right, brother.
I really do, man. I think you really hit the nail on the head. And we ain't trying to change everybody, but we are trying to give everybody a different outlook on what they doing, and maybe you could change yourself. Who knows? Okay. I love you, bro.
All right,
I love y'all too. I appreciate the help. Thank you.
Great call. All right, lines are open, guys. We have a question right here. Before we continue, this guy said, I had a woman that was supposed to meet me somewhere, but she didn't show up, but was texting me. What was I doing after? Should I reply? Or is this me being my feelings because she didn't show up? Mr. Smith, this is why you're a fucking, there's something, but this is why I always say, this is why the aliens don't attack. Because
the aliens actually, when they investigate, they say, man, I ain't fucking with them motherfuckers on that planet.
They'll fuck my shit up.
Them motherfuckers crazy on that planet, man. They think all kind of shit.
Oh my God, dog, man. Come on, dog.
Hey, the motherfuckers, they going around in orbit and they saying, well, we gonna attack Pluto.
Yeah.
Instead of attacking motherfucking Earth. If you attack Earth, some of that shit might get on our ship and we take it back to our hey, we think crazy, man, because we think about what everybody else thinks.
Oh my God.
Instead of what we think. And what is really important is that even if that was just the first time in a long time,
yes,
we are reaching motherfuckers, man. We are completely reaching them, and we letting them see there's nothing wrong with making your own decisions based on what you think.
Yeah, and guys, lines are open. We got a question. We got y'all covered, but this is what we're talking about. Again, this is why most guys don't stay true to themselves, but they stay true to somebody else, and that's what I can't lock in. Why would you stay true to someone else's narrative? You know, the thing about yourself and myself and real men is that we never tell or say, I want you to think like me, move like me, or behave like me. The real ones are saying, think for yourself. And what you've noticed on the internet is a lot of these people are sitting around here saying that they don't do this. Hold on a second. Another question right here real quick. He says, a woman showing that she is interested in you, okay? following you around, but when it comes to contact with them, they act like they're uninterested. So okay.
Hey, Dean, let me holler about that at first.
Oh, you
Hey,
got it. Come on, man.
People like Cameron, they don't understand, man. Just because she's giving you a sign of action, because she's staring at you and kind of following you around, you say, but when you come in contact with them, that's when the games start. You motherfuckers don't understand how to play the fucking game. You know, they act the way they act so you can catch them. They don't want to give themselves to you. You know, everybody want the bitch to give them some pussy.
Have expectation. Yeah.
What about the motherfucker that run into the broad and get some pussy? You know, that's what the women really want today. It's not about sex, but when it comes to sex, it's not about you waiting for her to serve you some motherfucking sex. It's about you knowing what to say and do to put her in the mood for sex.
Right. And if she's doing that and she's acting not interested, why is your bitch ass still around? Why are you allowing her to play games with you? Then you're the sucker. You're the one.
Because she ain't playing games with him, Dean. He playing games with himself because he's in the game and he don't know when to attack.
He have no idea. We'll get back to that. I said we got a call real quick. 917. What's your name and what's your question, sir? What's up?
Hey, my name is Jamal. You know, I appreciate you both doing this show. Thank you for this platform. I just had a quick question about dating. So, you know, I took a girl out one time to a nice little spot, nice little dinner.
Why'd you feed a bitch? What do you mean dinner? Why would you remember Gremlins, Bud? You don't feed her. Why'd you feed her?
I feel that I damn near got tricked into it, man. Damn near.
Oh, so you were tricking. So you fed her. All right. Well, you already fucked up right there, but go ahead, continue. You already fucked up. Go ahead.
So on that first date right there, you know, it started off well. I found out the bitch had mental problems and shit, you know what I'm saying, on pills and all that. And I just wanted to ask y'all both, like, is that something I should have found out before then? Could I have asked certain questions before then to find that out?
You could have been, and it's best if you can to find it out. But I want to comment on the dinner.
Right.
You know, when it comes to taking whoever to dinner, you got to understand some shit. They're going to be a certain way about going to dinner, blah, blah, blah. But see, if you taking a broad to dinner for any other reason than to just have some dinner with her, you playing yourself.
Yeah, you go.
You know, you going to make yourself chase after whatever it is you chasing after because you thinking this dinner is going to help. This dinner ain't going to do shit but feed the bitch. That's all it's going to do. You have to have the conversation during dinner, and you have to have the conversation after dinner that's going to lead you to the bedroom. And if you can't muster up how to flip the conversation from dinner to the bedroom, then that's on you. And a lot of these cats don't know how to do that. They go out and they eat dinner, and then they sit up and wait for the bitch to say, well, you ready to go fuck me? You know, they waiting for her to say that. Instead of them making moves to get the bitch ready to go to bed. You know, they don't know how to do that.
But maybe let's twist this story another way. Maybe she was talking to this guy and realized he ain't that guy. He's boring, basic, and bland. So maybe I need to come up with a bunch of fucked up things about me so I can shoot this loser off so he won't bother me anymore. Holly, remember, think about that for a second, because think about this. You're at dinner with her. What the hell are y'all talking about?
You want to be real with you?
Yeah.
You know, she got a little unhappy when I said I was already messing with two bitches and I wasn't ready to drop them both, but just her.
Call her.
Why did you tell her that, man?
Why? How did she know you messing with two bitches?
She asked about it.
She really? So you really? Okay, wait. So the guy that is fucking with two bitches is calling us about the asinine shit you were calling us about, and you supposed to have two bitches?
Yep.
Come on, dog. You ain't got two bitches, dog. Come on. You don't have to lie to us, man. You ain't fucking with two women. Yeah.
Hey, look, man, I ain't got no reason to lie to you.
Well, then why the fuck are you calling me about this third bitch then? Why do you give a fuck?
Because it was one of them times where I felt like I slipped up and I knew I
And
could have done with it better.
And if you have two bitches, why you feeding the third one?
You know, I feel like she deserved this shit after a little bit. I feel like the bitch earned it.
How did she earn it? What did she do to earn a dinner from you?
I felt like her energy, because this wasn't the first time we done got together.
Wait, you felt her energy, but you're supposed to have two women, right? So
right,
her energy should have matched the same energy as those two other women. And if they didn't match the energy of those two other women that you supposedly have, why are you fucking feeding her? Crickets.
I feel like
Oh no!
Like this one of the times where I just gotta listen.
Tell us how you feel. See, dog, Bud, y'all see why y'all guys fucking lose? Cause y'all lie about shit. You won't have any fucking women.
Cause they lie to themselves.
They lie, man. Come on,
lie to themselves.
You feed up.
Hey, when he said that shit to you, he actually believed it.
he actually believes he has two women in his head.
He actually believed it, man. That's why they take it so serious. They really believe that motherfucker shit.
Wait. And if you had two women, why didn't you bed the third one, Mr. I have two women?
Well, I ain't beg the third one because I ain't need it.
No, I don't need the bitch. No, bed, B-E-D. Why didn't you bed her like Bud said? You took her out because what?
She had the mental problems and all that, man, like medical stuff and shit. That was like, that's not worth the headache for me.
Oh, she had to. And when did these medical
What did she show you to make you think she had mental problems? Especially that she didn't show you before you went to dinner.
When did she show you she had the medical issues and stuff?
At that date.
No, when, sir? When
you was eating dinner?
At the dinner.
Okay, what was there was a point in the conversation that something happened to let you recognize she was all fucked up. When was that point?
The bitch damn near started trauma dumping. We got into the past. We started talking about loss. We started talking about pain. She done went through heartbreak and shit. Then she got into naming them.
So why is she leading your punk ass then? Sounds like she's leading you.
No, I inquired about it. So she dropped one, like she would drop one line, and after that one line, I will ask a little further.
So let me get it straight. See, guys, hold me straight. So you opened that door up, and now you want to bitch about you opening the door up? Then you are the bitch in this whole thing, man. But his bitch ass. So let me say, so you're so uninteresting and have nothing to talk about, Bud, that you open up a wound in a woman versus show her why you're the guy?
Hey, not only did he open it up, he pulled the scab off.
And pour some fucking salt on that shit, Bud. Fuck you do. Why would you do that? Hey, mister, I got two women. If you have two women, that means your mouthpiece is so smooth that you know what? You like butter. And you will make her lose time. Make me, goddamn, can we hurry and eat so we get back to your place and fuck? But apparently, you were boring and uninteresting, and you had nothing to talk about. So what you want to do? Bring up her past. Why the fuck are you bringing up her past?
So I can avoid a bullet. I can avoid a headache.
No, wait.
Hey, wait a minute. Wait, seemed like you invited a bullet.
That's what I'm saying.
You don't see that, bro?
I see where y'all coming from.
Nah, why would you bring up a woman's trauma? For what?
Well, I don't know. I'll be so real. I ain't just come out of the blue on some, hey, tell me about, you know what I'm saying? Those one of them things, she just blurred it out. And when you hear it, it's like, okay, red flag, let me investigate this shit.
You said you opened it up. You said you asked her something. Don't fucking
I did. No, I did. It was a one line she had dropped. And after that one line in my head, I'm like, okay, wait a minute, that sounds a little alarming. Let me inquire about it.
What did she drop?
Something about her daddy.
Something about her father.
So,
So you want to talk about, the woman you're trying to fuck, you want to talk about her daddy?
Shit, no, but the bitch don't, come out the blue with this shit. It throw me off.
Okay, wait. No, watch this, bud. Okay, she brought up her daddy. What was said before her bringing up her daddy? What did you say then? There was you triggered it. There was something you did to trigger her bringing up her father. What did you say to her?
I don't remember word for word, but it was along the lines of, you know, he was part of a little organization and shit, you know what I'm saying, letters and all that, and we were talking about that.
Part of an organization? Who? Who's part of an organization?
No, Pops, the Pops.
Wait. You brought up your daddy?
No. Like, no, I'm talking like letters. You know what I'm saying? Like letters, like part of like the organization, you know, fraternities, sororities, on that, all that stuff.
Why are you talking about fraternities and sororities at dinner?
I'm not gonna try and come up with an answer for that. We were just talking about.
Wait, but you got
Hey,
two
the
women.
answer is because you don't know shit about yourself.
Exactly. Bud, you just said you got two women. So
Right.
if you got two women, you're supposed to be that guy.
And if you ain't that guy, you're supposed to be more of that motherfucker than you are now.
Mm-hmm.
So why would you bring up sororities?
Dean, excuse me.
I got you good. Why would you bring up sororities?
She was asking me if when I picked Shorty up, you know, I think the time I gave her is one of those, I think maybe like, let's say like 7:17 or like 7:21, one of them little specific times. And often in that type of community, they do similar things. And she had brought up and asked me why I was using that. Am I part of such? I'm answering, telling them I'm not down with that. That's not me. And then that's how we transition into that whole topic.
But but I want you to see who's leading the conversation. Who's leading the topic? Who's doing it? Who's leading?
And that for that topic, it was because she asked if I was part of it or not.
Well,
so it was her for that one. It was.
But what I'm saying is, why did you want to take her to dinner though? What was dinner supposed to do? Impress her?
Nah, it was supposed to just be drinks. You know what I'm saying? There was supposed to be little drinks, finding some shit out, and it turned into that.
Wait, I don't understand. I'm lost here. If you have two women, what did you want with this woman? Did you want to just fuck, relationship? What did you want from the woman?
It'd be the third.
What's that? You wanted to fuck or a relationship?
To fuck.
So let me ask you a question. So if you wanted to fuck, why would you take her to dinner? Why not just let her know you wanted to fuck? Because now you're being disingenuous. Now, so you understand so you know all those guys that get mad about women treating other guys bad? It's because people like you are lying to these women. And when you're taking that woman out, she's under the impression that this guy wants this weird thing called a relationship, and all you want to do is fuck. So why not just ask for what you wanted versus deceive her and thinking that you wanted something more?
Hey, let me ask something too. What makes you guys think it's cool to tell whoever you trying to fuck with that you fucking with 2 or 3 other motherfuckers?
I don't. Yeah. Oh, because she asked you, whatever.
She's trying to make it seem as if I'm a mess with the bitch, it got to be her and just her.
But wait a second. But now we're talking relationship. But you don't want relationship. You want to fuck. So how do we?
Exactly.
But wait. Then how do we get into? Well, I want a relationship, and you got these two women. How did you even get into all this?
I can't even give you a step-by-step, play-by-play for real.
But wait, if you're that man, you should be, right?
Hey, and plus, man, you know what you did. You went for what that bitch was saying, and you fell right into it.
Caller, excuse me one second. Naya dia do daya dia bo dai dush badada.
Natika tak naya amla.
Ma daya baya do ba dai pussy kaya kilo do ba ka na dia ba dai mo ba.
Hey, knock talk buck.
Knock talk buck. Okay, call it. So back to you, loser. So we're trying to figure you out here. You say you have two women. You say you went on a date with a woman you wanted to fuck, and then all of a sudden she's got all this fucked up shit going on because you opened up a door in a scab that she's trying to close up. So, so I'm trying to understand, out of all of this, what is your question, sir?
Next time or in the future, those type of things that are revealing at the dinner table, is that something I should know about before? Or matter of fact, I feel as if just from this conversation, That's why if I'm just trying to fuck, why am I taking a bitch out for dinner? And that's the conclusion I'm coming with.
Well, yeah, but
Hey, man, if you wanted to fuck one of them bitches you say you have them out of them two, which one of them would you take to dinner?
I'll take the number one. I'll take the number one.
I'm saying you if you want to fuck number one, you would take her to dinner?
No.
You would just fuck her, wouldn't you?
You just fuck her.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm saying, what's so special about this other one? Because you didn't know her?
No,
it was.
No, you know, go ahead and say it was her ass, right? That fat, round, juicy ass, huh? You saw that ass, didn't you? Come on. Was it her ass?
Look, it was supposed to be drinks.
No.
Then they turned it to the dinner and shit.
No. Let's start from the beginning. Was it that round ass or them titties that made you say, you know what, I need to feed this bitch? What was it?
No, hey, what it was he mentioned going to her house or his house, and she didn't really say nothing negative. But he didn't say what he wanted to do when he got to the house. You know, he just was talking about going there, and she was cool. He said, "Well, man, maybe I can feed her some dinner before I take her home." And since she willing to go there, if she full, she gonna be ready to get in the bed. Hey, instead of a motherfucker knowing what to say to a bitch to get her in that mood,
he got it right.
That dinner route.
Right, because he knew he wasn't that guy.
Yeah, not only is he ain't that guy, she wasn't a bitch.
No, but hey, more importantly, Zach, Bud, he didn't stay true to himself. He didn't stay true to himself. Because if you were true to yourself, you would have asked for what you wanted. Yes, caller?
Yes, absolutely.
So why wasn't you true to yourself? Why were you that guy beating around the bush, asking her a bunch of questions that you really didn't give a fuck about? You didn't give a fuck about her father, did you?
No, I didn't.
No, you didn't give a fuck about the sorority, did you?
Mm-mm.
And you didn't give a fuck about her trauma, did you?
No, I didn't. She a human being.
No, fuck all that human being shit. This is what I'm talking about. Why can't you stay true to yourself and say, look, this is who the fuck I am. This is what I want. What we gonna do?
Dean, you know, when the last time you had to say some shit like that? It got to be 20 or 30 years ago.
No, but the thing is that I'm so smooth with my mouthpiece, but I intrigue and get them to play with their pussy before we even get on it.
Hey, that's what I'm saying, man. That's what these dudes ain't understanding. You guys have to either, can I have some sex, or pay dinner, or all this shit. When you fucking have a sense of humor, you got conversation, you know how to lead the bitch. And there's all kinds of things that you're supposed to do at that point for you to go on and take her to bed. Man, while you having dinner, you can just say something like, girl, I'm sure thinking about some goddamn dessert. Some shit that's gonna drip down the side of my lip and shit. Hey, man, that bitch just start squirming.
Yeah, but you gotta be, but see, that's influence. But see, you have no sexual influence, young man, because you don't have any game, because you can't even be true to yourself. So you don't even know who yourself is. So that's why you cannot be charismatic. You cannot be magnetic. You cannot be alluring. But these are the things that trigger in women and say, you know what? Fuck that dinner. Let's go back to my place and fuck, because they assume that women don't think that way, bud.
Hey, Dean, now let's tell it to him right now. The bitch ain't gonna say, let's go to my place and fuck. But she gonna let you know that that's what you can do. Yeah. And as a dude, when she lets you know that, you're supposed to not be afraid to stand your ass up and lead the rest of the dinner.
Right.
Hey, fuck this shit, let's go.
Right. All right, here's the $1 million question I always ask you guys, and I need you now. Remember, remember, here's the key thing. If you cannot beat and outdo her fingers and her dildo, which can make her come, bud, okay, if you can't outdo those things, she ain't fucking with you. So why should that woman that was at dinner with you fuck with you? Why should she give you the pussy?
So if I'm not operating as myself and as truthful to myself.
So then you should expect what you got then, right?
Absolutely.
And we shouldn't be complaining about that, because who is it, her fault or your fault?
It's my fault. I gotta take responsibility for that.
Well, goddamn, but we might be 2 for 2 today.
Hey man, bro, if you take responsibility for that,
yeah,
is this gonna happen again?
Man, this shit not gonna happen again.
Hey, bro, that was weak. Is this shit gonna happen again?
All these bullshit questions, me not staying true to myself, lying to myself, being around the bush, that shit, we can't let that happen anymore, because then I fall into bullshit circumstances like this.
Hey, bro, that's the truth. And I hope you fucking believe it.
Yeah.
Because if you wouldn't have invited that shit, you wouldn't have got it. And you might have got some pussy.
There you go, bud. You invited it.
And like you said, I took off that scab and I damn near peeled the bitch and got it. Yup, I did that to myself. Damn near dug my own grave.
Yeah, man. Hey, you damn near put the dirt on your motherfucking ass. You dug the grave and got in it, but you couldn't put the dirt on.
without putting the flour on top of it and shit, dog.
Hey, man, but it's cool because you grew.
Yeah, man. So stop taking them out to dinner, okay? Dinner is not going to, listen, dinner is not going to get you laid, dog. Please stop doing that stupid shit, okay? You just going to feed her. That's all you're going to do is feed her, okay?
Stop spending your money thinking it's going to do anything unless you're spending it to buy pussy. If you're trying to buy some pussy, go on and buy the motherfucking pussy. But what I'm saying and what Dean is saying is you need to motherfucking know how to play.
Yes.
Right.
This motherfuckers get in the game and ain't never played.
You ain't got to play. This is why your mouthpiece is everything. You have to know how to seduce a woman, be smooth. You gotta know how your words should be inviting to draw her in versus make her run away. And that's the problem with a lot of you guys. Y'all are not working your mouthpieces. So just remember that. All right. So we'll throw you back in, buddy. All right. We'll holler at you later. All right, man.
I appreciate y'all both. Have a good one.
All right, good call.
All right, you too.
Great call. Area code 813 Knock Talk Buck. What is your name? What is your question?
Hey. Good morning, Dean. Good morning, Bud.
What's up?
I'm 20.
No, what's going on, buddy?
And I just got a question real quick that I had wrote down. Let me find it for you in my notebook.
Okay, the notebook should be here, but it's okay.
I'm just saying, motherfuckers had a question.
As men who love themselves and educate and elevate themselves every day, how would you know that you are educating and elevating that woman? Is it based on how I carry myself daily and how I move? Or will she just outright tell you? Or is it just both?
Caller, here's the problem. You don't love yourself. So you're talking about, that's me saying, as a open heart surgeon, what do I cut first, the green wire or the blue one? You're not that guy. So why are you asking about something that you're not?
Because to become something, you have to be that thing mentally before you are.
No, to become that something, really, you got to be a student of that something.
And you got to be willing to do what it takes to become that something.
There you go.
Right.
So where is this? What is this question stemming from, sir?
This question is stemming from just me trying to learn me introspectively thinking about myself.
Well, but you're doing it on your own. Who's your teacher?
Nobody.
Okay, it's okay. You don't have one. Strike one. So let me ask you a question. What did you do this weekend?
Went to work, went to school, came home, I worked out, made food.
Yeah, you worked out. Okay, so when did you go to a bar or a club or a venue where you can pin yourself up against a woman to see which all the shit you're saying is actually may have some meaning? So you didn't go to a bar or a club?
Nah.
Why?
I don't really fuck with bars or clubs or things like that.
Wait, time out. This is why this is why I always tell them, bud. This is what they're saying. A bar and a club, women are there. Yes, they're there to drink, they're there to dance, but they're there to meet men. So why wouldn't you put yourself in a position to get around women that are there to meet men? Because you're sickness of going to the gym, you rather lift some fucking weights and make love to the fucking weights or some shit versus get your lazy ass out there and get in front of a fucking woman. So why you have this weird ass loser mentality?
Self-imposed limitations, I'd say.
Self-imposed limitations. But you're talking about a question about a guy that loves himself.
Hey, bro, them
No, really, it's more. I never really go to bars or clubs and things of that nature. I mean, if I was gonna meet a woman, it'd be like, I don't know, at the fucking grocery store or some shit.
But she's going real quick, but she's going grocery shopping. That means her focus is on fucking vegetables and fucking salad and salad dressing. She's not going for the sole purpose of meeting somebody. That's probably like last on her list. I'm saying a club and a bar or a venue where people go to meet people, they're there for a greater reason. So why run from that?
Right, like they're there with that purpose. I mean, I just always thought that even if she is going out there somewhere, she can meet me. And that's why I would like excuse myself and not introduce myself. But you're just saying it's not the same thing. Like if she's there with the purpose of meeting somebody, it's gonna be a different interaction than if she's there to go shopping.
What I'm saying to you, yes, what I'm saying to you, your problem is, okay, why won't you go to the venues where women are at, where they're trying to interact with men? Why not go there?
Hey, man, that has to do with your confidence as far as in you. On another subject, what's your mouthpiece like? I mean, are you reserved like you sound?
Yeah, let's hear. Okay, so you're talking to a woman. What are you saying to her? You're on a date with her. Let's say you meet her at this grocery store. Hey, you meet her at Rosebud's grocery store and y'all exchange information. And now you're on the phone with her. So what are you saying to her?
Well, first off, if I'm meeting her, I'm talking to her on the phone. I'm trying to get her like to meet somewhere. Like I'm trying to see her in person. I'm trying to move that conversation forward.
We want to hear it. What are you saying?
So I'd probably go to like the park or some shit.
I didn't ask where you were going. Okay, Carl, let's slow this down. How old are you, buddy? How old are you?
I'm 20.
Okay, so you're 20 years old. So I'm going to slow it down so you can articulate the question. Because Bud is asking about your mouthpiece. So that means we're trying to hear how you interact and talk to women so we can help you and show you where you're fucking up. So what are you saying to these women that you are interacting with?
Hey, so this Friday around 5 p.m., I'm going to go to the park and I'm going to walk around. I'm probably going to sit by the lake. Do you want to come with me?
So that's what you're saying to her. Now, Bud, watch this.
Yeah.
Let's say she says yes, and then she meets you at the park. Now, what are you saying to her while you're next to her walking around the park?
Well, I ain't really got a script or nothing.
Well, I didn't ask you. Okay, wait. Okay, I know. See, Bud, we good with this, Bud. Watch this. Tell us about the last woman that you met at the park that you walked with.
I just talked to her about ourselves. I just talked to her about me, about how I am, about, just like anything. And really, it's really nothing in specific. I ain't had like no plan or nothing. Like I ain't no plan of action or how I was going to move her. It just ended up moving her based on what she gave me.
Hey, okay, her name is Betty. Hey, her name is Betty. So you say, I want to tell you a couple of things about myself, Betty. What would you tell her? See right there. Wait. Right there.
I just don't.
Yeah. Call her. Go ahead, Bud. You got him.
Right there, where was all in silence. All I asked you is, what would you say about yourself?
Yeah. What would you say?
And you can't even come off with an answer about what you would say to her about yourself when you presented the scenario. My point is, if you present a scenario and then when asked about it, you can't come up with anything to say, what do you think you sound like when you're talking to a real woman live?
Yeah.
Like lost, I guess.
You sound lost. So what I'm saying is, if you sound lost, Is she supposed to respond in a positive way?
Nah, she gonna test me. She gonna try me.
So my point is that you're opening the door also for your problems because of the way you communicate.
Yeah. What?
Right.
So we're asking you, but you're saying about loving yourself, right? That was your question about loving yourself, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can tell
Yeah.
you don't even like yourself. And that's the problem. You got this is okay. Now, but goes back to the title. Not only not like yourself, you're not even true to yourself.
And he changes depending on where he's at.
Or but he's the guy always say you got titty conversations, ass conversations, and body conversations. So he moves based off of the part, not being the whole. So your problem is, young man, what was it? Her ass you was talking to, or her titties, or her body when you was having that boring ass conversation you had with that woman?
It was none of that, but I know what you mean, though. It's just I was over focused on one thing and what she was saying instead of just being true to me and just saying what I would say in any scenario.
Hey, you guys got to understand when we be saying be true to yourself.
Yeah.
And you know, you say what you want and you want to fuck. You don't say I want to fuck.
You don't say.
You don't say that shit. But you got to say some shit that's going to be leading her to that kind of conversation. Yeah, go ahead.
No, but that's called seducing the bitch. That's called
seduction.
Seduction. That's called seduction. We understand you, guys. We understand you want to fuck, but when you have a mouthpiece, you can usher them in and guide them in through seduction.
Hey, you can take them to roll 4 and have them seat 17. But if you don't fucking know how to talk, and if you don't know how to make shit appealing, you know, you just talking for nothing.
Yeah, telling a woman you want to fuck is not appealing. You have to, again, women want to be seduced. They are nasty after that seduction, but you're not going to get through that door from the beginning. So, caller, this is why aren't you staying true to yourself? That's our question to you. Why are you not being true to yourself?
My mouthpiece need work because I can't seduce her. I can't lead her to where I want to go.
Yeah, but bro, you got to stop lying to yourself. You right in what you said, but tell me you do things to work on your mouthpiece.
Yeah, what are you doing to work on your mouthpiece, buddy?
I mean, I write poetry. I sit and introspect. Go isolate myself. I read. But reading is really not working on my mouthpiece.
Hey, wait. Bro. If you was a ball player and you needed to work on your hit, wouldn't you go to the practice field and get the pitching machine to throw you pitches?
Fuck you, bud. I was about to say that shit, motherfucker.
But wouldn't you go to get some pitches thrown to you?
That's what.
Right.
So why don't you go and talk to bitches?
To the bar or the club.
No, right, but bud, remember we say book smart, street stupid.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He talking about reading books and writing poetry and all that shit. That shit ain't gonna work when you're talking to bitches.
That shit ain't gonna work. Okay, see, this is where y'all all these motherfuckers go wrong. They assume what they did in school from kindergarten to 12th grade or through college is going to work on the street, meaning that I'm going to write it down, bud, and then I'm going to study it from my house, and I'm going to write it down, and I'm going to study some more, and then the woman's going to walk up to me and give me a piece of paper and say, go and take the test, and then mark the test to give you an A and shit to see if you get that pussy. Y'all have to get that book smart shit out of your mind. You've got to get your ass in the environment. See, like I told you, you're making love to the weights. You're not going in the environment you're not going to the bars and clubs. You've got to be around women to see where you're at with women. Bud, what say you, man?
Well, I'm telling you, when you want to work on your abs, you go work out, you do shit for your abs. You don't want to work on your abs and start doing leg lifts. That don't make no sense. So what I'm saying is, whatever you're working on, you need to attack it. And
Right.
if your mouthpiece needs work, you can't be writing shit.
Yeah.
You can't be sitting up reading a book. What you got to do is go out and try some shit.
Yes.
And get the responses from it. Be willing to be shot down so you can stand up. You motherfuckers, they lie down so they don't get knocked down.
Do you even know what to do to even, if a woman ever comes over to your place, do you have an idea of what to do in that point?
Like step by step, or like what would I just do?
All right, okay, wait, watch it. Okay, let's say it's about 1:30 in the morning, bud, and she's in her t-shirt and panties. And she's like, you know what? I'm horny right now. What are you saying right now? What do you, and remember, you can't get to her. So what are you gonna do? What's the next move, Calder?
Tell her to come to me.
Well, what if she can't? What if she's in another state or another planet? Let's say she's on Venus, bud, and you're on Earth, and she can't come see you, but it's 1:30. She's in her t-shirt and panties, and she says, I'm real hot and horny. Well, what are we doing?
I'd hang up.
I'll call her.
Hey, Dean, I'd hang up.
But I'm going to get her to play with a pussy.
I'd fucking hang up.
Knock, talk, box, sheesh. Yo, boy, yeah.
Hey, instead of knock, talk, box, we say, she knock, box, box.
She knock, talk, box. She knock, talk, box.
She do that shit.
She knock, talk, box. These two. So what I'm saying, Caller, I'm saying that you don't have, you have to have experience in all things. My boy, Bud above me has experience in his mouthpiece. He's experienced in romance. He's experienced in seduction. He's experienced in being smooth. He's experienced in all these doors that women are they're not used to people like him. So when he starts to talk that way, they move faster towards him because of his experience. When you have experience, there's more trust with experience. You don't have any. So you're going to have to work harder, especially you not even going out and talking to women at bars and clubs.
As a matter of fact, you would be more comfortable talking to somebody you met at the park than you would at the club, right?
At a bar or club.
Yeah. Why? Because they're different women now?
Got them, bud.
Nah, it's because it's what I'm used to.
What do you mean what you do?
It's because
bro, have you ever ran track?
Nah.
What have you done that you had to learn to do?
Play basketball.
All right. When you learned to play basketball, did you get better?
Oh, yeah.
By practicing or just sitting there saying, I know how to play basketball?
About practicing basketball.
So what I'm saying is, if you can look at life and understand that, you should be able to look at why you having problems and understand that. And once you understand it, you're supposed to do something about it.
Right. But Caller, here's your problem. Isn't a woman that goes to the park, can't she go to a bar and a club?
Yeah.
So why would you assume that women at bars and clubs don't go to the park, libraries, and just relaxing places? You think they all pop their asses and their whores and what do you think? There's something about the bar and the club women. What about them? What's so bad about those women? What's so evil about those women?
Hey, bro, let me tell you something. You talking to a motherfucker that don't even drink.
Right, you're right, man. You know, but hey,
this motherfucker go to the bar specifically for what he talking about. He don't even go to the bar to drink.
But if I do drink, I swear, y'all can laugh at me. My bitch drink is orange juice, pineapple, and Sprite.
Hey, but I'm saying this motherfucker going to a place where they drink to fuck with bitches, because bitches come there looking for shit.
Right.
And he don't even drink.
I don't even drink. I don't drink at all. So I'm asking you, Caller, what is so bad about women at bars and clubs that you assume? What's so bad about them?
I wouldn't say it's anything bad about the women in bars and clubs. I think it's more of just I don't feel comfortable in that scenario because I haven't put myself in that scenario enough to be comfortable.
Hey, wait. What did you just say? Because what you just said is the answer to your problem.
It's the answer.
You say you don't go to them places, bars and clubs, because you don't feel comfortable in them places.
Right.
Bro, you supposed to be comfortable in various places. So the bar is where you're supposed to go. And if you don't drink, don't drink. If you go there to have a drink, have a drink. But while you there, you're going to see a gang of bitches.
But I do go in there drunk, caller, because I drink me all the time. So I'm
hey, that nigga OD'd on him. He say, hey, that's why I eat so much of me, because you don't get fat eating this shit.
Yeah, I get drunk. Hey, it's been it's 53 years. I'm still in my AA meetings talking about how I like to drink. So anyway, caller, what I'm saying to you is that you've got to face your fears. You've got to face them. That's the only way you're going to grow. And that's the only way you're going to become true to yourself, because you're living a lie right now. Your truth lies in that bar in the club. And I'm not talking about the women. I'm talking about you facing it, so then you can have more of an understanding who you are. That's what Bud and I are talking about. It doesn't matter with Rosebud. Listen, Rosebud will be Rosebud at a bar mitzvah, a funeral, a wedding. It doesn't matter at an amusement park. It doesn't matter where he's at. He's always going to be himself. He's never going to change.
It does not matter, because I am comfortable with being me.
Exactly.
If I'm at a funeral, I was at a funeral this Saturday, man. I had to go to LA to one of my older friends' funeral. And at that funeral was a gang of older women that I remembered from 20 years ago. Man, and you think I wasn't hitting on them? I ain't, hitting on them to where it looked like I'm hitting on them and shit. But when I say something, I'm saying, dang, girl, you didn't lost weight in all the right places. Man, you saying shit, and depending on their response, they gonna let you know if you can hit that.
Always on, man. Always on. Then probably after the funeral, they go back to the house, have a little bit of dinner, they walk around and socialize. Bud is like, hey, look, I gotta get my ass back to Vegas, but hey, check it out. Here's my information. Get back at me. Knock talk bach.
Hey, knock talk bach.
Knock talk bach. See that, caller? So just remember.
So is that what you're saying? As in, like, when you had asked me about when I meet a woman at the park, and it's like what I'd say. Is that what you mean? Like what Bud would say? Like what Bud would say in his own situation is what I should be saying in my own situation, from knowing myself, from putting myself in these scenarios.
You are the situation. You're not the park. You're the situation. Right. Okay. Women want men who are true to themselves. They will.
Yeah, they want men that has the park. They don't want men that do the walk on.
You want to give her the excitement of going to the park with you. It's not the park. It's not walking around the path and looking at the squirrels and all that other shit.
It's about being with me.
There you go. It's about being with you.
And what make it be about being with you is that you ain't finna run out of shit to say, and you ain't gonna be flexing on what you do say.
You see what I'm saying?
If you think of something to say and it come out wrong, and you see that it came out wrong, you will change on the fly.
Hey, Bud, I call it Lake Spread Your Ass Cheeks. I'll take it to the Lake Spread Your Ass Cheeks Park. I know people, all these duck people say I shouldn't bring bread. I shouldn't be feeding the duck with bread, but I'll bring some bread and I'll throw this shit at the woman, dog. I'll dot it with some bread. You know what I mean? But I'll have some fun. I'll hit it with some bread. Come on, man. We're gonna have some fun. Okay, so you got to get the stick out of your ass. You got to get out of your basement. And then you got to start getting in the environments to expand your mindset. Then you got to learn the game so you can learn how to be more true to yourself.
And the word game simply means having a particular plan that you are executing that is going to assist you in what you want.
Yes. Does that make sense? Any sense, young man?
Yeah. So you had said that. Oh, never mind. I'll just watch it back. But yeah.
So you're okay. Listen, you're 20 years old. It's cool. Okay. Now, unfortunately, like Bud and I, we've done this shit at a young age. But you at 20, you're gonna be okay. But we're saying be true to yourself by learning about yourself. That's the problem. So many of y'all guys listen to everybody's else's story. We're saying create your own story, but stand on your story and who you are.
Stand firm on what you will and what you won't accept.
That's it.
Right. So when you saying go to these clubs, you ain't talking about buying bitches no drinks or nothing,
No,
right?
fuck no, I'm not buying them a drink. That's their job.
You talking to a motherfucker that won't buy a bitch some dinner.
I won't buy a bitch some dinner. No, fuck no.
How you gonna buy a bitch some drinks and he don't drink?
Hell no, I ain't buying no drink. Not my.
Hey, if he do buy a bitch a drink, it's gonna be some orange juice and grapefruit juice.
No. If I buy somebody a drink, I'm gonna be pouring that shit on her body. But
hey, that's what's up.
That's the only time I'm buying a drink. I'm gonna buy something to pour on her fucking body to lick off and suck off her. But I'm not buying her a drink because I'm the drink, motherfucker. I'm not doing that.
Hey, instead of telling the bitch you wanna fuck, you might tell her some shit like that, girl. Let's go buy some motherfucking orange juice so I can pour that shit on your body and drink it off.
With a little bit of pineapple. Forgot the pineapple.
With a little bit of pineapple or cranberry juice. Put a little color in there.
That's what I'm saying. You see what I'm saying? Let's call it. Let the humans do their job and buy drinks. See, the problem is, gentlemen, you have to remember when you walk into a club, women are always sizing you motherfuckers up, and y'all don't realize it. The motherfucker that goes straight to the bar needs liquid courage. The motherfucker goes straight to the bathroom is nervous. The motherfucker goes straight to the wall is creepy. So you don't want to be those guys. Go talk to women, enjoy yourself, but stay your ass away from the bar. Stay away from the bar. Stay away, because you go to the bar, she's gonna buy me a drink. That's why they posted up there for the suckers to buy them drinks. Be the drink. Let them drink your words and your seduction and your smoothness. But you gotta be rooted in yourself. You have to be true to yourself, okay?
Right.
Because, hey, I don't know what they were sipping on Bud, but when they were at that funeral, boy, they were getting tipsy off that motherfucker.
Shit.
There were no drinks around, but they were still getting tipsy. Because women are intrigued by real motherfuckers. Because real motherfuckers don't give a fuck.
Right.
But
if I go to the bar and like we already established, I'm not comfortable. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? It's just not normal for me, right? And if I fuck up or I say whatever, and she, let's say, quote unquote, rejects me, but I don't see it like that. But to say she rejects me, I just keep it pushing.
Wait, what do you mean rejecting? What is her rejecting you? Her saying
nothing.
No?
Her saying, "Oh nah, buy me a drink or something," and then I stroll the fuck off. Like, you know what I mean?
No, man. The only way a bitch can reject you is to say, "Motherfucker, I don't want to fuck with you." That's a rejection. Now that bitch saying she don't want you to buy her a drink or not going for whatever the fuck you saying, that ain't rejection. That's her not going for it for whatever her reason. Rejection is when she say, "Fuck no, I don't want to talk to you." That's you rejected then. Unless they say some shit like that, I don't really feel anything.
Yeah, but Bud, the thing is, he kind of rejects himself because
he do.
So if you reject yourself, what do you think a woman's going to do to you? Reject you. You don't even like yourself.
What's uncomfortable about a bar?
I just haven't been there.
We already heard you say that. What is the reason you don't do it? There has to be a reason.
Because there are women there. He's got to talk to them.
Is that the reason?
Nah, it's not. I ain't scared of pussy or nothing, but
wait. If you're not scared of pussy, then why aren't you going to the bars and the fucking clubs then, buddy? Crickets.
Shit.
Come on.
I mean, when I've been in bars and clubs, it just don't. I don't. It feel weird. Like I don't.
Hey, bro, stop, bro, stop. When you're in a bar or whatever, it's not weird. You think weirdly. And your thoughts is making you feel uncomfortable.
What's so weird about it?
You can change that because you have no answers for the questions we're asking that could make you feel uncomfortable. The only thing that make you feel uncomfortable is you being uncomfortable by accepting or not what you think.
Yeah, but what is so weird about the environment? I like to know what's weird about it.
That's what we're saying, Dean. He has no answer.
Yeah, but
exactly. I have no answer.
So
you're my own mind.
So you just get. So wait. So let me guess. You're not going. You just guessing it's weird. Or did you go?
No. It's just okay. I've been.
Okay, you've been. But what you've been doing is you've been on a wall on the sideline staring at motherfuckers bird watching. Am I correct?
Yeah.
And let me guess.
Wait, bro. Standing on the sideline will make any motherfucker uncomfortable.
And make women see you as weird. But you know what he did? I bet you this is what he did. He watched a fucking woman he wanted to fuck with, watched another guy talk to her, and then she did something like this. Just blew him off. And he was like, I'm not going to talk to her because she shut that guy down. Come on, caller. What was you doing on the sideline? You was watching women, right? Come on. Your honesty is not, there's not a bad, we're just trying to get to the honest truth. You were watching the women, yes?
I mean, I was drinking, like I was dancing a while, but I wasn't really like doing that too much. I was doing nothing really. I guess you could say I was watching women, but I wasn't judging what I would do.
Okay, but watching women do what?
I was not making no moves.
But that's weird though. You don't find that's weird.
And it'll make you feel funny.
Yeah, it's gonna make you feel funny, and then the women looking at you gonna be like, "That's a weird motherfucker over there," which is gonna reinforce what you're thinking. But you created the whole thing. The women are not weird. They're walking around, they're dancing, shaking their asses, talking to men and all that other stuff. Some of y'all guys get intimidated by those scenes because you're like, you then start to, unfortunately for a lot of young men, y'all don't want to admit this, y'all look at other men more than you look at the women because you size yourselves up against those other men. Oh, I can't outdo that guy, bud. He's too tall. I can't outdo that guy. He's got a better outfit than I have. There's no way I can look at that guy over there. That's what a lot of y'all motherfuckers do on the sidelines, man. Y'all look at other men and size yourself up with other men. Or you look at women and say, well, I can't get her. Look at her. Or I can have a chance with her. So what were you actually doing? You were just sitting there doing what? What were you doing?
Nothing, like a fucking weirdo.
Well, I'm not saying you're a weirdo.
I'm not saying I'm weird. I'm saying like what I was doing is weird. I'm not talking to nobody. I'm just there for no reason now.
Well, right. So why didn't you take all that? Okay, watch this, bud. You say you're at home writing all these notes and shit. Why didn't you put those notes in effect at the bar?
I didn't have enough self-trust.
Hey, bro, what Dean is saying, you don't want to say you write poetry, right?
Yeah.
Poets inadvertently, at one point or another, use some line from a poem they wrote to emphasize what they're talking about to this person. Now, what I'm saying is, if you was writing poetry that had to do with fucking with bitches, you might would have something to say. What kind of poetry are you writing about? Birds and butterflies and flowers?
Nah, not really.
What are you writing?
What are you writing?
Let me see.
Because Bud, you're a great poet yourself. When you get in a woman's ear, you talk that shit to her.
So that's what I'm saying, man. You fucking say shit. You think of shit while you're riding in the car.
Oh yeah.
But that goddamn shit is not just because you thought of it ain't something you could say. But if you thought of it and you want to say it, you would think about how to present it and where to present it.
I love talking shit to women. I love
it. Once you actually find yourself in that position, you'll use that line. And that fucking line is going to help whatever you're trying to do because you're actually using it. You wrote it, you used it, and you know how to say it, so you're using it. But the average motherfucker, like this guy evidently, they just write poetry about frogs.
give us a few lines of your poetry, buddy. Give us a few lines.
I got you. So it goes, aghast of restless passion, your breath and mind unite. In a spiral of desires, we aspire to become one again. Mind, then flesh, the weight of eternity, so I could hear your voice call out for me again, to plead for me again, to make you transcend in your organs, in your organism once again. And
hey, bro, that shit is so boring. You know why? You know why that shit is boring? Because those words are not your words. You got to make those words up to go with whatever you were saying, but you don't talk like that, so you can't say what you're talking about with any passion. You can't put any passion in it. It's just some words.
Yeah. You got to be able to take that shit. I keep telling you motherfuckers, it's not just writing the poetry. You got to go on stage and start saying that shit to learn, man. You got to start expressing.
So you're saying on stage as in like, you know, in the game, like go in the field.
No, on stage, like at the goddamn club or at the wherever, at the bar, on stage at the motherfucking park, on stage at the store, on stage when you buying some gas, on stage when you're doing anything in public.
Right.
Especially at that bar when you get near a woman. You got to be able to talk that shit. You got to make that woman say, "Oh, like who is this motherfucker?" Wow.
I ain't never heard no shit like that before, right?
What you mean? Yeah, well, right, because they never heard of Rosebud and they never heard us talk to them because they never met us before. But they've met you a million times. What are you doing? How is your day? That's your poetry. What are you up to? Is it okay if I can feed you dinner? But I just say it.
And that bitch say yes to all of that. Hey, and it ain't like you saying, "Can I take you to dinner and fuck you afterwards?" You know that'll get a real yes or a no. But if you ask the bitch if she want to go to dinner, that's only gonna get a yes.
Yeah, straight. You'll get a yes. Right. You'll get it 9.9 times out of 10. You'll get a yes when you asking for dinner. But add that extra part in there about fucking. That shit gonna drop.
That shit gonna drop to 0.9%. Shit.
Yeah, they'll open their mouths, but they won't open that pussy for you, dog. They won't do that.
The only way you gonna get some motherfucking pussy is when you set out to get some motherfucking pussy, and you're gonna set out to get some by making sure you talk about it or lead up to it. Yeah, you don't do none of that.
Yeah, the pussy trap is here, right here. This is where the pussy trap is. Your mouthpiece and your mind. That's where, because that's where the truth lies. All right here. So, all right, young man. So we'll throw you back in. You have any other questions, young man? You have any other
Well, the only other question I would have is like, if you do have your father in your life, how would you go about getting to better know your father? Is just talking to him, just asking questions, just trying to be there?
Bro, do you really need to ask that question?
Nah, I mean, I guess not, but it's just,
no, really, fuck that guess shit. Do you need to ask that question?
You're not really a father. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but do you really need to ask that question? Fuck you guess. No, man, you don't need to ask that question. The only way to get to know your father, get closer to your father, is to talk to his ass.
There you go. And get your ass to the bars, okay? All right, young man?
Yeah.
All right, we'll throw you back in. All right, well, good call. Area code 502. 502, what is your name? Knock Talk Bach. What's your question? 502. 502, going once.
This is a 502 speaking. So Brown. What's up, Rosebud? What's up, Steve?
What's up?
Sir, what's up?
Yes, sir. I have a question regarding the title of the show, where it says, "Stay true to yourself no matter where you are." So my question is, if you're still living with family, could that be a detriment or prevent you from living true to yourself? Pretty much, that's my question.
How old are you?
I'm 24.
24. You still live with your parents?
At 24?
Nah, not my parents, but my siblings.
You still live with your siblings. And you wondering, could that change who you are?
No, if it could prevent you from staying true to yourself, because it's just I'm not on the same page as them. It feels like it's just holding me back.
What's holding you back?
Being in the same environment as them, like having to go back and be in the same place,
Is
same house.
Rosebud? Hold on, let me ask you a question. Is Rosebud in the summertime?
Yes.
Is he Rosebud in the wintertime?
Yeah,
The springtime.
Yes, sir.
If he was rooming with your siblings, is he the same person?
Yes, sir.
Dragons and unicorns, is he Rosebud?
Yeah, he's Rosebud.
So then what the fuck are you talking about?
I guess like my question is though, because like Rosebud is him though, right? Like he's already him. Since I'm still trying to like learn about myself and shit, it feels like it's
Hey, caller, you know what you ain't doing? You ain't stretching out, bro. You got a job?
Yeah, I got a job.
Well, you can afford to live on your own. Why ain't you doing that?
Because I had initially thought it made more sense to save money. Like on paper, it makes sense.
Hey, bro, all of that stuff is what's keeping you trapped.
Yeah.
So you need to get rid of that bullshit and understand you ain't gonna, fill your Wheaties until you on your own because you got too many restrictions where you live.
Yeah. Especially I'm having a freedom. Like they always got a problem if I try to have women over.
Yeah, man. So you got to be in your own spot, and that way you can grow. You can see what you really like. You can see who you are, what kind of dudes you like fucking with, what kind of women you like. But doing it the way you doing it, you can only fuck with who your family lets you fuck with.
Yeah, and regardless of all what Bud is saying, it still ain't gonna work until you get off your lazy ass and get a mentor, man.
Yeah, no. All that makes sense. I understand.
Yeah, you're going to have to get off your lazy a lot. Okay. The problem with y'all guys out here, you think you can do it by yourself. You can't. Because if you could, you would already done it. You can't do it by yourself. And that's y'all's problem. You're 24, you're 24 years old right now.
Hey, bro, when we got 17.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man.
We had to go because we was tired of doing what mom and daddy said do.
Oh, man. Fuck yeah.
Man, you can't be you in the house where you controlled.
Yeah.
It don't make sense at all. Yeah.
So your problem is you not manning up and getting your own spot. It ain't got to be the best spot, but it can be what you can afford, and then you call your shots in there. And as you get, more into being you, you'll find a better place to live. You'll be able to afford more shit. But until you get out on your own and start handling your business, you ain't gonna ever feel comfortable.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That makes a lot of sense. That helps out a lot. Yeah. I had already, because I came to this conclusion like a week or two ago. I already put the lease in, so I'm moving out in 2 weeks. But I just want to call to clarify everything.
But don't get anything lavish. Get something that you can afford. You don't need to. A lot of y'all guys think women like lavish ass shit. They'll fuck you on a mat or a bud. They'll fuck you on the floor. So it doesn't matter.
Hey, some of them will fuck you standing up.
Yeah. I got something small. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't making a mistake because, like, when I had told my roommates I was moving out and all that, like, my whole family all pissed off at me because I made a decision.
Wait.
You know what I'm saying?
Listen, I don't mean in a rude way or mean way, but fuck your family. Fuck them.
Yeah.
Listen. Either you want to be with people who are going to accept your decisions without putting their feelings in that. That's not cool. You do not want to be around people that are mad at you because you want to break free. You need some. It's called a support system, and this is why when you stay true to yourself, you're your own support system because you're rooted in yourself, and that means all the outside noise is just noise from the outside that can't get in.
And the big thing about being rooted in yourself is that I'm telling you, you will start surrounding yourself with people who respect the real you.
Yes.
You'll just start finding those people. and you'll gravitate to them because your freedom. You know, you got to watch out for a lot of shit, but so what?
Yeah, stay away from the
Yeah,
losers.
yeah.
Okay.
Yo, that leads me to another question. If I could ask one more real
Sure,
quick.
sure. What's going on, man? What's up?
Yeah, yeah. So if what going off of what Rosebud just said, if my whole life, right, I've been soft and I've had a lack of leadership and all that, the people around me have accepted that version of myself, right? So does that make sense as to why when I do things like what I'm doing with moving out, that all those people don't fuck with me no more? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, it makes sense, man. Losers won't be around losers.
yeah, because it seems like everybody around me now like doesn't fuck with me just because of the decisions I make.
Because you finna stretch out, man. You finna pass them up mentally, physically, and emotionally. Because you finna be on your own. They need each other. And you was a part of what they needed to be them. You don't need them to be you.
But you're still you're still not you until you are a student of the game. You're kind of in the middle right now. You still got to keep working.
Well, he gonna get his he gonna end up moving out on his own, and he gonna still run into these problems.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
So, yeah.
So you got to listen. You moving is something you're doing. We're working on something who you need to become. So you still need to kind of do both the same thing because you still give a fuck. Because I can hear it in your voice.
No, yeah.
You still care about what them losers feel and think about you. Yeah, let me tell you about Bud.
Yeah, that's the problem. Yeah, that's the problem.
Bud can have 500 motherfuckers be mad at him, and he will never talk about 500 motherfuckers because he doesn't give a fuck. Does not care.
And don't give a fuck.
Fuck. And that's what I'm telling you.
And when a nigga did say something about him, it would be one sentence.
Yeah, but that's kind of what led me to calling in because like when I had made the decision, it kind of showed me where I was at because I thought, man, Steve, Rose, they wouldn't give a fuck, you know what I'm saying?
No,
so I thought like since I cared, that was already an issue. You feel me?
Yeah, and we're trying to punch you in your chest to wake you up. You just listen. You're on the right path. Now you got to become a student. Go to Sidewalk University, go to the Man Mindset, and learn how to be, not be like us, but how to be. And then that way you'll have a complete balance because regardless of where you move, you're still bringing that same person into that environment.
Yeah, I can't bring that motherfucker into a new place.
Right. We got to change the environment here between our ears to create a new environment. Then you could go wherever you want, like Bud. Bud can go on the planet of don't give a fuck. He'll still be Rosebud. Even
as long as I have a spacesuit on.
Yeah, I think that's where I got confused though, because I know y'all could go anywhere, but when I was like trying to make these steps, I was confused as if I was making an excuse or if it was necessary for me to move out. You know what I'm saying?
The only thing I ain't figured out is how to take my dick out that spacesuit and fuck a bitch while we on Mars.
Yeah.
Anything else, I didn't figure it out. Why? Because I didn't dealt with it.
Yeah, but caller, remember, you're looking at the wrong environment though. You're kind of like doing it because you're looking at moving out of the apartment, but you're still in the same environment here. That's what we're saying for all you guys, right? Mentally, all these guys are still in the same environment here, and that's where the game is going to move them to understand themselves, to learn their truth. You can't be true until you learn it, right?
So moving out is less of a first step. It's more like just getting some bullshit out the way so you could take the first step, pretty much.
Well, you're still okay. You're still bringing the poison to the next environment. Just because you move doesn't mean things are going to change. It just means it's going to be from a different area. So what we're saying to you is that you got to learn how to move this first between your ears.
Yeah, I got you. That makes sense.
All right, so we'll throw you back in, man. We appreciate the call and good luck. I
appreciate you, Rose. I appreciate you, Steve. Peace out.
Right on, man.
Right on. Good call, man. That was an awesome ass call. All right, let's get to some of these questions real quick. Got a ton of questions here. Let's see here. This person said, "How do I balance between mindset that she has to earn my attention and having no expectation from her? How do I balance between mindset that she has to?" Okay, sir. Why the fuck earn what? Okay, Bud, I don't think they understand. See, Bud, they hear us say shit, but they think that we saying that the woman actually has to like earn it, like it's a job or something. I don't. But I'm opposed.
You know, they for some reason anything we say that's kind of heavy to them, they make an analogy of some childish bullshit so that they can understand it.
Yeah.
You know, they take all the importance off of what you're saying and reduce it to whatever is unimportant. And then the word the, they might get stuck on the word the. Instead of you saying, instead of goddamn going through shit you're going through, you need to handle the situation. Instead of handling the situation, understanding that's your point, they pick the word the and start talking about the. You can't be a growing motherfucker trying to channel or change how you get information. You got to accept the information or reject it. But if you accept it or reject it, you got to accept or reject what's being said, not the bullshit you make this shit mean.
All right, we have a call, 757. What's your name? What's your question, sir?
My name is James. The question is, which mindset do you need to have in order to help you be consistent and achieve your goals in life? I find the older I get, the more it's like I kind of get off the path. But what mindset do you have to have in order to be consistent and stay consistent and follow the path that you want to be on without being distracted necessarily?
Hey, the mindset you got to have is that you're right. You're right in what you're thinking for you. And you ain't finna listen to nobody add nothing to it unless you can see where it's going to be beneficial. Motherfuckers don't look for the actual benefit in what they be believing.
Yeah, but also, your problem caller is you're too busy living in the wrong mindset because you're not a student of the game. You're always going to believe the bullshit that you think.
And because you think it, you're going to think it has some merit, but it don't, a lot of it. Caller, you got it.
Okay, so is there any other questions, sir?
Yeah, but I'm more thinking about like, excuse me, I'm more so thinking about like, what thoughts do you?
Okay,
like,
okay,
I don't know.
okay. Then you're doing it again. Listen to me. Okay. Are we here to tell you how to think or to teach you how to think for yourself? What do you think we're here to do?
Think for yourself.
Right. So in order for you to do that, you must become a student to understand that. Yes? Yes?
Yes.
So what you're asking is showing that you don't want to become a student because you're not paying the fuck attention to the answer we're giving you. We're giving you the answer. But yet, because it's not good enough for you, you're asking us what to think, which is showing us you don't want to learn a motherfucking thing.
Hey, bro. And this silence that you're going through right now proves it.
You still
Yeah.
Yeah. You're too busy most of you guys out here, you want to be told what to think. That's not what we're here to do. Because if we tell you, okay, let's say 5 steps. If we tell you step 1, then guess you got to come back for step 2, and then step 3, then step 4, and so on and so forth. That's the problem. You've got to be a student of the game to learn how to create your own steps and be your own man.
There are certain things you do to show yourself that you know what you're doing. That's what you guys don't do. You don't show yourself you know what you're doing. You just tell yourself that you know what you're doing. And then when it comes time to do it, you get stuck. Just like you being with your buddies, if they ask you anything about you, you could say whatever the fuck because you got this comfort zone going. But what about when you're not comfortable? Can you talk? I mean, that's really important. Speaking under pressure. Can you say what you want to say under pressure? and you guys can't because you'll be quiet for an extended amount of time. Whereas I don't give a fuck what you ask me. I ain't being quiet longer than a second. I don't care what it is, even if it's something I don't know about.
He gonna run his mouth. Exactly. So
hey, I'm just saying I'm comfortable with making a mistake if I make one.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Because you're comfortable in your skin because you're true to
I'm
yourself.
comfortable in my skin. I ain't getting to fuck with somebody's thing.
Yeah, that's what we're trying to teach y'all. I know it sounds mean to say stop giving a fuck, but you got to stop giving a fuck because you're letting everybody else dictate how you move.
When you give a fuck, you pass up what you believe so that you can goddamn show you give a fuck.
Yep. Does that make any other question, caller?
No.
All right. Well, hopefully, Bud will see you on SWU, or we'll get you to grow, brother. All right.
Okay. All right.
I respect. All right. We'll throw you back in. Let's bring this call in. Area code 323. What's your name, sir? What's your question, sir?
All right. Well, hopefully
323 going once. 323.
Hi, this is me. I'm looking at the video and there's like a delay. I'm
all
sorry.
right. Can you stop looking? Well,
My bad.
Turn down the background. Stay on the phone because there is a delay. So turn down the background.
Yeah, I got you.
What is your question? How can we help you, ma'am?
Well, I wanted to really just make a comment. I just really appreciate your platform. I am a lady, and I know you generally talk to the gentlemen, but I just wanted to say thank you for all the wisdom that you are procuring for the public, because at the end of the day, a lot of people do have self-doubt in regards to just being themselves and executing their purpose into the world. I spoke with Mr. Rosebud earlier. My name is Crystal Birch. It's been a while that I checked in. I'm gonna make it brief because I know you guys don't like to waste time, but I just want to follow up and say thank you for allowing me to have the idea to be true to myself, because I talked to him about being challenged in my career. I'm formerly a teacher. I'm not a teacher anymore. And he told me, or I told him, that I was being scrutinized for, my practices, and I got suspended. My credential was suspended, but I ended up just walking away from the job because I had to still be true to myself. A student attacked me and tried to fight me, and I'm like, I'm not gonna let just like a kid fight me. And this kid was a big kid. But long story short, I walked away because at the end of the day, I was denied the opportunity to defend myself. So the purpose of my call is just to support and understand your ideas, to stay true to myself, because at the end of the day, I wouldn't let anybody, I don't care how big, tall, big or small, anybody to fight me. And I was denied the ability to defend myself.
Well, Bud, I'll let you go first on this, but I got something to say on that. Would you have anything to say, Bud?
I know it's not like a woman man thing, but it's my money, and money and pussy are like the same thing. So that's the way I'm relating to this.
Okay, well, this is all I would say on this. The game is also a thinking man's game. Okay, so
right.
If I'm gonna say teacher Rosebud, okay, I'm gonna say Rosebud. Rosebud was in the same environment, knowing that the children were disruptive, or the children were acting out like a bunch of kids who have no home training. Bud is going to think 5 moves ahead. And Bud is going to make sure that if the principal or anything are not looking out for me, I'm going to have video recorders or some kind of something around to show that if anything happens, that I'm only protecting myself. And I'm not just rashing out fighting the kid, because if you're going to fight a kid, the student's going to say you started it and all this other stuff without proof. There's always no proof, but it's always about protecting yourself in the environment. If you know you're in a bad environment, you stay in that environment, you get the video cameras, but at the same time, look to find other teaching jobs in other schools to remove you from that environment. But Bud, what say you, Bud?
Well, I'm just glad she's allowing other people to hear that
Yes.
we ain't talking to just men.
Oh,
You
of
know,
course.
we focus on men because of, the situation that men is going through. But what we be saying can help anybody that's listening that is in that situation. And just like this sister saying, whatever we talked about, I know I didn't change what I said because it was a woman. But what I did say, if she took it and it worked for her, I'm happy for it because women benefit from listening to us too.
Oh yeah, because they get to see men. They get to see how men move and behave and respond. So did you find
real women notice that that's what we're trying to do?
Yeah.
Teach them.
Yes. So
absolutely.
So real quick, did you find another job?
Well, see, okay, so I just resigned. Well, my last day was Friday, and so the weekend has passed, and today is my first day free. So within 3 days, what I'm going to do is allow this time to I'm going to get back to me.
No.
Just like
Wait,
I understand the job was paying my bills and everything, but the thing with the boss. Oh, and just to come back on what you said, it was documented on video. There's a camera right in front of my classroom.
Okay.
I had witnesses.
Okay, ma'am.
It was all
okay. That's fine.
seen.
Okay, that's fine. I get this. Two things. You resigned, but here's my question: why resign without having something else to fall back on or roll into? Number one. Number two, don't take those 70. Get off your lazy ass. Don't take those 72 hours. You got.
Oh, nigga, I'm not lazy. I'm so sorry
to
disrespect you.
No, listen to me.
Okay.
Wait. I'm only listening to what you're saying. You don't have a
I'm
job.
not lazy though.
Okay, listen to me. You need to listen. You don't have a job. You're gonna take a few days off. There is no few days off. You wait a second. I'm just taking what you said. Listen. Just listen.
No, I'm listening and I'm responding.
Okay.
I'm listening.
What I'm
hearing
saying
you.
is that
It's only been 3 days.
I don't care if it's 3 days. That's the problem with you humans. Y'all just think you got to get off. Again, off your lazy ass and get you a job. Get out there. Don't take no time off. There is no wasted time off. Because you didn't find a job before you resigned, put you in a bad situation because you got bills to pay. And bills are still going to be there. So we've got to move on it. Hey, once you get it, take the weekend off. But you got to take care of your business. That's all I'm saying. And I would say that to a guy like I would say to a woman. I do not like people that when they quit their job, they don't have another job to go for or something like that. And then they're like, well, I'm going to take some days off. No, get off your ass and get you a job. But
and caller, what he's actually saying is not that you're lazy, but to do nothing is being lazy. And you don't think you're not doing anything. You're getting back into yourself. But you should not take time off to get back into yourself.
There is
because you'll need time to be into yourself. What I'm saying is you should do, like he's saying, have another job if you can. But if you don't, quickly get one. Don't take any days off and implement taking care of you in your new environment. You got to look out for you more than you were before. Not more. I'm saying maybe more, because I don't know how you actually, taught or teaching. But my point is in agreement with Steve. He said you was lazy, but I don't think it's being lazy. It's motherfuckers sitting up thinking that they got time to do this or that. You don't have time. You have to make the time. Whatever you're trying to do, you got to make the time. It's added on to whatever you've been doing. You're not going to stop what you've been doing so you can look out for yourself, but you got to start including looking out for yourself, make it more of a priority.
Yeah, that's all. You got it. You listen. I know you want. Listen, I used to grab the weird thing back in the day, grab the Sunday paper. There were 3 things I would grab. The comics, bud. No, I grabbed 4 things. I would grab the comics, I'd grab the TV guide, I'd grab the sports, and I would grab the Sunday the wanted ads. Those would be my 4 things. I would get out the newspaper. Not in that order, but I'm saying that if you don't have something, get something to get a peace of mind that you are able to still pay your bills. I'm not saying you can't pay them now, but I don't want you to keep paying bills and not bring money in. That's not going to help you. That's going to bring more stress.
Yeah, even if you stacked up some money and got some savings, you don't want to spend your savings to pay your bills.
Yeah.
Your savings is there for whatever you really saving for.
Saving for, right. So relax yourself, get some coffee, but while you're getting coffee, look at the ads. Go to these these agencies now, I guess, online. Fill out resumes, put your applications out, all that stuff. Start putting that out now. And then while you're relaxing in these days, hopefully you'll get some phone calls in where you can find another job.
She'll get some phone calls in, I could tell.
Yeah, you'll get them. You just got to set yourself up to get them.
Okay, I heard everything you said.
But?
There is no but. I have a farming business where I make $50,000 a month just growing organic vegetables and fruits. That's my side hustle.
That don't sound like no
side hustle. That though.
Hey, that don't sound like no side hustle to me. That sounds like a real job.
Well, that's my side hustle though,
all
because
right.
my career was teaching.
Okay.
My side hustle. Well, go ahead.
No, you're good. We're about to let you go.
Let me hush.
No, you're good. So go ahead and just make your side hustle your hustle then. If you're making that, then you're good. I'm just saying there are people in your situation who don't have side hustles and they need to hear what we're saying. So
I wouldn't speak for everybody. I get what you're saying.
Right. Well, yeah, but you told it. Well, I don't know you, whatever you said, but you never brought up a side hustle. Had you said I had a side hustle?
Well, you didn't let me say that.
Well, okay.
But I just said it now. So
okay.
Now let me hush and I'm going to listen.
All right.
Because
No,
I understand.
Okay. You're good. Okay.
Listen, but don't judge.
No, you're good. So yeah, do your side hustle. You're good. So we'll move on. But we wish you the best of luck, okay?
Okay, but what I wanted to ask or say though is that the purpose of me teaching was to help people. And the situation that got me into where I am now for me to leave my job was because a student tried to fight me after I got my credentials suspended. And the thing is, again, I'm looking at money as pussy just to kind of connect with the male culture. But if I'm being, I don't want to marginalize the perspective because I respect men, I love men, but I understand like the value in both. And the thing is, when I defended myself, my boss told me, don't you ever put your hands on a student. And the thing is, I was defending myself. So the point of me calling was just to say, because I know the theme of the show is to be true to yourself. I was true to myself. I wouldn't let anybody put their hands on me. And this student who my boss wanted to make me see as a child was like a 15-year-old. He should be in high school, but he was in 8th grade. But at the end of the day, if I can just make this point.
Well, no, is that the point?
He was bigger than me,
okay.
and I defended myself.
Okay, we hear
and
you.
The thing is, in order for me to stay committed to the money, I had to marginalize or compromise my beliefs. So what you tell the men, like, don't ever compromise who you are in order to get the pussy. It's like I compromised who I was, according to my boss, to get the money before this attack happened. So now that the attack happened and this kid put his hands on me, I was like, you know what?
But that's
I'm not going to let you abuse me.
Okay.
But I understand. Let me be quiet.
No,
I'm so sorry.
No, you don't need to be sorry. You're just talking about stuff that you should talk to the board about. What is your question? Do you have a question? Is there a question?
I just wanted to call in and just say that I understand and support the theme of the
Okay.
show, and
Thank you.
thank you for listening.
We
I
appreciate it.
didn't have a question,
Okay.
but thanks.
Okay. All right. Well, you have a wonderful day and good luck on your side hustle. All right.
Oh,
okay.
that's done.
Okay.
Bye.
Cool. All right. Cool. Cool. All right. So anyway, you see why sometimes we just don't. Okay. So let's get back to some of the questions. Guys, got a question put in queue here. This guy says, when women give mixed signals like showing interest one day, showing interest one day, does that mean she doesn't? Wait, what? Guys, y'all gotta articulate yourself. What does this? But can you understand this right here? I'm gonna move
I
on to
don't
the
see it on my. Oh, you got it up?
Yeah, I got it up. I got it up.
Okay, when women gives mixed signals like showing interest one day, other in the next day doesn't. Shit, I don't know.
What? I'm gonna move on to the next one. You have to call in, dog. You're not making any sense. It's beat around the bush when one is not going directly to what he actually wants to happen. Okay, big dog. Just because you want pussy doesn't mean you deserve pussy when you act like a pussy. I don't even but I don't see. But their problem is they want pussy, but they don't know how to ask for pussy. That's their problem.
What they need to do is single out some dykes and go talk to them because them dykes like them. Them dykes like bitches. And they like that. And she's a dyke, but she got a pussy. So if you tripping on pussy that much and you want to keep being feminine, you may as well deal with some dykes.
Yeah. And how are you being true to yourself when you're beating around the bush? That's not being true to yourself. Okay. Let's see here. This guy says, new here. How do you know if you're being true to yourself and not being influenced unknowingly? Then you're being influenced, buddy. You're not being true to yourself.
Hey, you know you being true to yourself when you check whatever it is you're doing or thinking, and it's something you really want to do or think. But that all comes from being honest with your goddamn self.
Yes.
You sit up and say, no, I'm not just doing this because it's what I'm thinking. This is what I really want to do. You tell yourself that shit because you don't want to go through what it takes to really find out if this is really what you want to do. So you just accept bullshit. And people are starting to really see it. Me and Steve ain't accepting your bullshit in no way, form, or fashion.
Yeah, none. Yeah. Now
we just ain't accepting it. We asking you something that's gonna let you see, we think, that you full of shit. And once you see that, you should adjust. But if you don't, we'll keep talking like we did with that one caller that ended up changing his perspective. Not that that's our goal to change your perspective, but if you have the wrong perspective, our goal is to make you think about the correct perspective. But if you change to the correct perspective, that's a double plus for us.
Yeah, here's a wrong perspective. He wrote this twice. How do you imprinted a woman with your words that made you unforgettable? What do you mean how we did? What do you mean how do you imprint? Wait a second. How do you? So would he? Okay, see, but this is what y'all motherfuckers don't understand. We understand that the only reason you want to do this is for some pussy. And this is why it's not going to work. Because everything you're doing is making it about the woman. Okay, listen, you got to have game. You got to have a mouthpiece.
You got, in the game, as far as this question, it's not how you imprint shit on a woman that make you unforgettable. It's that you know yourself and you're saying things and she takes it as unforgettable. It's not the particular sentence that's unforgettable. It's you saying what you said, the way you saying it, that leaves the impression on her mind. It's not words. It's how you use the words.
Right. And you can tell the influence a woman has over you. Look at how you're talking. okay, you love the fact of what we're saying, but they love hearing us say that, we can talk a woman and make them want to fuck with us, right? They want pussy so bad, they saying, well, how do you do it? What do you say? Yeah, what are you saying? How do you say it? Tell me, what are the magical words so I can just go up to any woman and say it? Because we ain't doing this for pussy, motherfucker. We doing this for ourselves, because everything we do is for ourselves.
Indirectly, it benefits us when it comes to getting pussy.
That is crazy, man. Come on, dog. This question here. I've never understood the lost myself, get back to myself, play, people run. Aren't you always yourself?
Like that he's kind of saying what the lady was saying, taking 72 hours to get back to herself. But he's not right. But what he's saying makes sense, because you are always yourself. You should be. But to answer his question, no, people are not always themselves.
Never.
So, he said he never understood the lost myself and get back to myself type, statement. Some people do lose themselves, drugs, alcohol, all kinds of shit, women, all kind of shit. But they find themselves again. That kind of shit you understand. But the shit this lady was talking about was after quitting her job, she's going to take 72 hours to get back to herself, which is not a bad idea. I'm just saying I don't think you should take 72 hours off to do that. I think you should include that in your new motion, whatever it is.
Yes. So, guys, we got less than 20 minutes left in the show. Less than 20 minutes, guys, if you want to call in. Now, Bud, let's continue real quick. Guys, got a question? Please put a Q, call in. Less than 20 minutes. But, Bud, we're getting back to being true to yourself. And let's talk about, I love this, avoiding external validation as a compass. Let's talk on that, brother. Let's discuss that.
See, you get these people that, let's say he got this pair of jeans, a new pair of jeans, and he only bought them because he liked them, and he got them on, and somebody says, "Damn, where you get them raggedy looking pants?" And the motherfucker, instead of him just having, that's that motherfucker's impression, he starts wondering, man, is these cool pants to wear? I wonder, blah, blah, blah. External validation, he needs that. But you don't. We don't. You don't need external validation. You just need to be terribly comfortable with what you think.
Right. Very comfortable. Very, very comfortable. Because you can tell a lot of young men are not comfortable with what they think because they're so busy listening to the noise of all these fucking women lying to them about what kind of man they want. They're always listening to that. They feel like, okay, I've got to fit this narrative. That woman that I don't know, that I'll never date, that is on the internet, says that I need to be 9 feet and I need to have a dragon and all this other stuff. And I don't have those things. And you know what I'm saying? And it just doesn't make any sense. Hold on a second. Wait, sir, you might have to call in. Because if you look at your thumbnail, dog, you look like something fucked up with you, dog. Come on, man. You got y'all, everything matters, gentlemen. And when y'all motherfuckers do and say shit, women gonna look at everything. And I'm sorry, but you want to say something?
Well, to his question, man, why do he hesitate to take action in his life? And that's a simple question to answer. You full of shit.
That's it.
You full of shit, man. That's the only reason you don't take action in your life. People, use different terms that, they overhear. I just haven't taken action in my life. Man, those people who do not take action are full of shit.
Yep.
Period.
And but I always say everybody can't be a lion. Some people got to be bunny rabbits, deer, and other grass-eating animals. So it's just what it is. But he fits the mold. He's always going to look for external validation. You can tell in his question, he's one that is always told how to think and be. And now he's trying to change his mind or something. I don't know. Maybe he's calling it. Let's see.
Look at that question though, man. Why do I hesitate to take action in my life? Now that's a self-answering question. Why do I hesitate? Right there, it tells you the hesitation is why you don't take action in your life. But why do you hesitate? Because you don't believe what the fuck you thinking. Well, why you think that shit? Because I let people make me think what I think.
We have a call. Area code 469. What's your name and what's your question, sir? What's up?
What's up, man? It's your man Victor, man. What's happening, man? Salute to you guys, man.
What's up, bro?
Yeah, man. I just want to say, all the cats that called in today, man, y'all niggas is some suckers, man. Y'all some suckers, man. Need to tighten up, man. Listen to the game these guys is giving you guys, man, because the rate you niggas going, man, you ain't gonna go nowhere, man. You're gonna be lonely as hell, man. You know what I'm saying? With a bunch of cats and shit, with your house smelling like piss and shit, man. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I never thought of what he's saying, man. But you know what? In reality, that's what these motherfuckers better worry about. When they get older, they gonna be by themselves. They might not have no cats. They might have 12 dogs. But I'm saying they gonna be by themselves because of how they are.
Real talk, man. It's just the realest, man. You know what I'm saying? I done had this game since a youngin', man. So, everything y'all saying, I'm already been laid down and been soaked in, man.
Well, that's cool, brother.
All right, man. We'll throw you back in, man. We appreciate the call, brother. All right, yeah, okay. Anyway, guys, got a question. Hold on.
Something that they got to do that they don't do is the boundaries.
Yes.
They got to start setting boundaries that you cannot, go past. You just got to have boundaries. I ain't going to take this. I ain't going to go for that. You have to establish this shit. You can't just say, man, I ain't going for shit from a bitch. That's what motherfuckers say. But you got something as simple as I ain't going for no back talk. Something as simple as saying that, it will clarify much more what you need to do than just saying I ain't going for shit from a bitch.
Yeah, Ricardo, you got to call in. I don't believe that you're serious about your question. You have to call in. Ace has this question. How to stop letting fear hold you back. I push through it in most areas, but not everything. Ace, in what? I don't understand. You better off calling in, Ace, because we can't read your mind. We can't read your mind. What y'all guys, sometimes it's better to call in versus ask the question. Because all we're gonna do is assume, but hold on a second. God damn, hold on a second. 469, what's your name? What's your question, sir? 469 going once. 469.
Hey, one more time. Hey. RIP Sim for the P, man.
Okay.
RIP Sim for the P, man.
All right, thank you, brother. All right, so what is your hold on, let me grab this call. Area code 972. What's your name and what's your question?
All right.
972. Can you turn down the background, please? 972. Turn down the background. Okay.
Okay, I'm sorry about that. This is my first time actually even just calling in and calling in, but I just saw on my feed and I just want to thank y'all. The show is awesome. I never heard of y'all or know about y'all, but this is just an awesome show, and I just want to give thanks because it's definitely needed right now. And I have been laughing a lot and through my comments. I have been laughing, but I think after the sister came through and talked, that was like a wake-up call for me. I was like, this is really not a funny game. This is serious. This is our brothers. This is our fathers. These are our sons, and they have issues, and we also have issues. I noticed the attitude came through, and I noticed how the brothers were so calm, and I also love how y'all are just right on point. I just love y'all. I know y'all doing this from love. I know y'all love the sisters. I know y'all love the brothers, and I know y'all love yourself, and I know y'all love our future. And I just want to give a thanks for that. I really thank y'all for this. I hope y'all move forward. I hope this be global. Like, This is a show that really needs to be heard around the world. I have tried to talk to many people, but I don't think I'm as good enough to like talk to men. I have always thought we needed men to talk to men. So I think it's an awesome show. I love how y'all are 100. Y'all are just real. Y'all not playing no games. Y'all not here for no clout. Y'all not, y'all care about people. Y'all love people, but hey, y'all not trying to be soft about it. So I love that because we don't need no softball. So just thank you so much. I just want to give thanks,
Okay, well,
I
just
love the show.
hey, tell 5 of your friends, okay? Just tell your friends about us, okay?
Yes. Oh, yeah. I'm telling everybody, trust me, this big camp is going to be bringing all around Dallas, Texas.
Okay.
Yes, I love y'all show. I've been here the whole time. I'm supposed to be at work, but y'all say I ain't been working. I've been looking at y'all and going through the comments. But just thank y'all again. Thank you so much.
Okay,
yeah,
we'll tell you
thank you.
back
We
in.
need this in the universe.
All right, get your ass back to work. Okay, thank you for the call. Get back to work. Get back to work. Okay. Area code 205. What's your name, sir? And what's your question? 205.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, what's your name?
My name is Ray. I'm calling from Alabama. My question is, I end up coming across a little young chick, and I got her so-called like hooked sexually, right? But I remember you had a podcast and you was talking about you wanted to tap into the emotions part, right? That part I don't know about. Like I was just trying to get some game on that.
Caller, wait a second. You say you got a woman hooked sexually. What's the problem? You just want to fuck. So what's the problem?
Well, no. I'm saying I got a hook. She's hooked to me sexually, but I don't want to because I know how you start is how you finish, right? And I'm not just trying to continue just to be fucking, and just banking on fucking to have her hooked. You see what I'm saying? Because I know you said something about
caller
on that podcast.
I know, but caller, you got to be a good lover. Okay, you're not a good lover to have that kind of shit. Bud, I don't know how Bud is. Hey, Bud must be some kind of a good lover to have a bunch of women on the street bringing him money. He says it must be a bad. Yeah, but what I'm saying to you, caller, you just want to fuck these women, yes?
No, it just depends on the female. Okay, well, her, no, I just don't want to fuck.
Why?
Because that shit get old.
All right, Bud, you got it.
Hey, bro, don't you know? Don't nobody hearing this know you. So what I'm saying is all this bravado, I got her hooked sexually. You know why I know you don't have her hooked sexually? Because you wouldn't be on here with this shit if you had her hooked sexually. Period. Okay. You have a lot of doubt in your motherfucking statement. That's why you started out with I got her hooked sexually. If she was hooked sexually, you would not be on this motherfucking phone asking how do you do anything with a woman.
Okay, that's your opinion.
Wait. Is an opinion, but wait a second. Well, wait. Okay, so is he wrong?
Yeah. But I mean, like I said, this is a thing.
Wait, now, how is he wrong?
I ain't gonna go back and forth.
How is he wrong? Tell us how he's wrong.
Okay, so all right, me not just saying it. Actually, when I had sex with her, right? So anytime that you like physically, I'm looking at how her body responded. So I'm looking at her squirting. I'm looking at her catching orgasms.
Hey, bro, that ain't what I'm talking about. See, you talking about fucking. Okay. Ain't nobody saying you can't fuck. I'm saying you ain't got her hooked sexually. Because if you did, you wouldn't have these fucking doubts.
Right.
So in my mind, sexually, I'm talking about the physical act. Maybe you're talking about something different, or maybe I'm unaware of what you mean by sexually.
Well, what you mean by sexually? Because if you got her hooked sexually, that bitch is your bitch.
Gotcha.
I'm saying you got me. Fuck that. What the fuck do you do sexually that shows you or make you feel you have her hooked?
Well, I just said it, and then
you just said it. Make her calm, man. I'm not talking about fucking making her calm. I'm talking about moving her past that calm. You have to connect with the bitch as far as what you saying, what the things out your mouth. And you might emphasize it with a stroke or here or whatever while you're doing sex. But what has her hooked is what you know about sex that you do with her.
Yeah, and you said you don't have an emotional connection with it. That's you admitted that, right?
Right, that's true. Yeah, for sure.
Right. So I think that's what Bud is trying to explain to you that
I'm
you're
trying
not.
to explain that that's why you know he lying.
Right.
Gotcha. I misunderstood what he said. Yeah. So yeah, it was.
Okay.
Yeah.
You
But
you
I
understand
got it now.
you
I got it.
understand what I said now?
Yes, sir.
We'll answer it.
Well, by that definition, no, I don't have her hooked sexually.
So what I'm saying is, if you motherfuckers would ever care that you use the wrong words, which make you think the wrong things, you would stop doing that shit. It's easy to think the
Well,
right things. You just be scared to do it.
Yeah.
well, that's why I called in. You know what I'm saying? Because I had doubts as far, or I put it like this: your knowledge when it comes to this realm, it's a little more in tune than mine. So that's why I called.
I'm glad you called, bro.
No, it's not a
I'm
bad.
glad you called.
Yeah, it's not a bad thing you called.
The thing about calling is that you believe you do have something that's worth talking about. And you ain't
Yes, sir.
scared if that's the case. I appreciate all that, man. But the fact remains, when you start the conversation off talking about, you know, you got her hooked, that's your ego being stroked. That's not you saying something real.
Right.
Giving a woman an orgasm is nothing to a motherfucker have game. That's not the hook.
Hey, a goddamn dildo can do it.
Right, or her fingers.
Right,
I mean,
right.
I'm saying,
I'm saying something that ain't got no brains, no feelings, no emotions can make her come.
hey, don't take
Right.
her out to dinner or anything.
Don't take her to dinner or shit. And
Yeah,
she saved that motherfucker in her top drawer.
In her drawer, right?
Hey, he ain't got no feelings. He don't empathize with her. Hey, the more you can be like a dildo, motherfucker, the more bitches you gonna have.
Exactly. That's why I tell them, bud, y'all gotta be equal or greater than that dildo, or y'all getting out the game. Y'all gotta be better than that dildo. Y'all can't be able to do that dildo.
Hey, and the thing about being better than the dildo is the dildo don't never get soft. So I'm saying you can't be better than that when it comes to a bitch. But if you want to be better than that, you have to have some conversation.
Yeah.
You got to have some fucking moves. You got to know where to touch her. You got to know how to touch her. You got to know what to say when you touch her. You can't just be fucking her.
Hey, because that dildo don't say nothing. Just sit there.
That dildo don't say a goddamn word. That bitch, she moves her body to make that dildo work. Now, hey, if that motherfucking bitch that you fucking is moving her body and all that shit to make your shit work, well, maybe you do have her hooked on love making you do. But that ain't the case.
Yeah, dog. That's what I'm saying.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So hey, holler us on the back and get some coaching, and we'll help you out.
Okay,
My brother. All right, we'll throw you back in, guys. We've got less than 3 minutes to go. Last round of questions, but I don't understand, dog. The power of the mouthpiece.
Man, the power of the mouthpiece, it moves mountains.
Yes.
How do you think that motherfucking that's a cult leader? How do you fucking think he get his cult followers?
Oh yeah, and fuck him. He be getting them and fucking him. Cult leaders be getting them and fucking.
Hey, because he be having them straight hooked on what he's saying, and it interprets through they come.
Yeah.
Shit. Hey, you guys got to always do this. Reflect.
Yes.
And check in with yourself. That means check yourself before you wreck yourself.
Yeah, man.
Self-reflection help you stay aligned with your values. You know, you don't be afraid to ask yourself, am I staying true to myself in this situation? Don't be afraid, but don't just ask that question. Answer it.
Yeah, this will be the last call. 216, you are our last call. What's going on? Which question, man? You're the last caller. What's up? 216, what is your name, sir? And what's your question? Last time, 216. 216 going once. Can you please get off your speaker and speak into the phone, sir?
Yeah.
All right, sir. What's your name? What's your question?
My name Travion.
Okay, man. Look, we're about to hang this phone up. What is your question, dog? Why are you talking like something wrong? Someone touching you? The fuck? What's your question, man?
All right. How do you handle humility as a man? How do you handle humility?
Is he fucking with us?
I don't know, man. What is your definition of humility?
Like being humiliated and having to,
That's not humility.
Oh my God. You using words that you don't even know the definition of, young man.
I mean, he asked the question and he had it. How can you show humility or whatever?
He don't even know what it is.
Nah, man. What you got to be humble.
All right, let me ask another question.
Listen, you got to be humble. Hey, are you listening? You have to be humble to show humility.
You got to be humble.
Yes.
Sir, what is your question, man? Because we're about to wrap the show. What is your question?
What is it about?
Yeah, what is it about? Why are you asking us this question?
It's about game.
You don't have any game. You don't have any. So,
and just because you asking a question don't mean it's about game.
Yeah, come on, dog.
It's about life and death.
Dog, how old are you?
It's about real life.
He's a youngster, 25.
Nah, I think he's like 18 or 17, dog. I'm probably like 6. How old are you, caller?
I'm 30 years old.
You can't be 30 years old asking this fucking question. No, I don't believe that shit, dog.
All right, I'm 29.
Now you're moving the bar? Wait, now you're lying about your age? We just asked you how old you are, and you just said you were 30 years old. Now you're saying you're 29?
Damn near 30, man.
Oh my God, dog.
Couple months.
Oh,
it's
dog.
real life, right? It's real life. It ain't.
Dog, what, dog?
It's black and white.
What do you? Okay.
Is it just black and white?
Caller, are you off your medication?
Maybe.
Yeah.
I called in. Listen, I called in asking about humility.
But you don't even know what that is. You don't even know the definition of the word. So you're asking about shit you don't even know. So maybe you need to give me.
So if we gave you an answer, you wouldn't understand the answer because you don't know what the word means.
It's about being humble.
It's about being humble. Is that what you said?
Yeah. So you got to be humble through humility.
You're just repeating
what. Hey, man, humiliated means you have been, like you said, talked about or made fun of. Humility means you're humble. You're not a person that's go overboard bragging and all that shit.
Caller,
which one do you mean?
Yeah, caller. How can we help you real quick? What is your question? How can we help you, buddy?
I'm just trying to understand life, just get a better understanding. So
of life in what way, buddy? Life in what way, son? Do you have a job?
Sure, I got a job.
Okay, so what's going on? What's going on in your life where you're asking this question?
Life gets heavy.
Heavy
so
how?
Heavy
how?
Heavy where reality sets upon you.
In what way?
So in however way.
Okay, caller. No, caller. We're asking how it affects you. You're 29 years old. You're not a 5-year-old who spilled this milk. Explain to us real quick how it's heavy on you. How?
It's not heavy yet.
So if it's not heavy, then why are you bringing it up?
Because you're scared for being heavy.
Because I'm what?
Because you're who?
Because I'm scared.
Scared of what?
Hey, bro, if you can't identify your fear, how the fuck are you going to overcome it? Is he on there?
He's still on because he's breathing. Caller.
I mean,
I could identify it, but it just hasn't.
Okay,
like,
what is okay?
what-
What is it? What is it that you've identified? It's not an answer, buddy.
Hey man, I gotta roll.
I know we got to roll. I gotta get ready to go. Caller, hurry up, caller. We gotta roll this out.
It's cool. I think I got.
You ain't got nothing, man. You too scared to talk, so can't nobody help you. If you wasn't scared to talk,
Y'all gotta
you
go.
could be helped.
Y'all gotta go. So I mean,
hey man,
hey, you on here? You ain't talking. You ain't saying shit. That's why we gotta go, because you ain't saying shit.
You've been on this motherfucker for 6 minutes saying ooh, I and motherfucker. What the fuck? You're 30. You're 29 years old. Speak the fuck up. Why we ain't the one laughing? Yeah, you sitting here oohing and eyeing and cackling like a little girl.
I'm sorry.
Speak up.
No, I'm just saying because it's just life is just interesting, man. It's interesting.
Hey,
So,
hey, Dean.
I'm not playing. Before
I go, I want to say this. This is why this dude and dudes like him is why it's so fucked up. They cannot talk.
They can't.
They can't talk, man. Life is fucked up. Well, what the fuck is that saying?
What is that? What do you even mean?
What about life is fucked up? What about life is giving you these problems?
I ain't say it was fucked up. Like I ain't saying it's fucked up like that. Like,
hey man, I'm gone, man.
All right, caller. We're gonna let caller. This ain't for you, buddy.
All right.
All right. You have a good day, man. You have a good day. We're gonna wrap this up. All right, man. We gotta wrap that up. All right, guys. We'll see y'all. Probably do something later on tonight, guys. Lock it in. Probably kick a show later on tonight. Guys, appreciate you all. We will see you guys later on. We out.